Vocab intact, mind sublime. I react, contact, snap, break your spine. Keep that bullshit, only take what's mine. Every line, every rhyme says a test of time. Niggas are lose and fake like cartoons, buffoons and straight jokes like National Lampoons. A season change couldn't come too soon. Fake dudes make fake moves, clear the room. Beast mode, Chicago Rilla. West side reside with jacks with cap pillars. Pretty streets for keeps, got straight killers. Zombies run the night like a scene from Thriller. You gotta do more to survive right here. Be the leader of the pack or slide back to the rear. While you spitting hard garbage deep inside the ear, I'm making it clear that bullshit is over, nigga. Your end is here. It's here. It's here. Yeah, it's here, nigga.
Woo! 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 COVID! COVID!
Run!
I was just going to see what happens. You could actually see the stream now, so I was seeing what happens with you when I let you go and you did nothing.
Yeah. What, me? What are you talking about? I was here.
No, you just didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay,
hey, welcome to
sorry.
Set Your Lineup.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Everything okay? Everything looks like it's frozen.
Yeah, it looks like it's frozen over here.
Technical difficulty.
Oh, I don't know. Technical difficulties. I don't know if the stream was going or
We're
not.
good.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
but,
it's going.
hey, welcome to Set Your Lineup, the show that we always wondered, are we streaming? I think we are.
I think we are. Yes, we are.
All right, hey.
Yes, we are streaming. All right, cool. We're here. All right, guys. Hi, everybody. We're back. It's Thursday. We got a shitty-ass game today, but we're going to go through some stuff real quick, just an intro. COVID's here. I'm pretty sure everybody about football heard about it today. It's been a weird last couple of days. Waivers were weird. For me, at least. I don't know what I was doing. We'll get into that later. But I barely got a win. I was counting on Mahomes not getting 60 points. He got 48. But I barely won, which is good. Cody won his game with Clyde Edwards-Helaire playing in that game, but he wasn't worried apparently.
Well,
he thought he knew he was going to win.
Well, I was down 8 points going in with my first round pick, to play. If you can't get 8 points out of your first round pick, you're probably going to have a bad season. I don't know.
No,
I wasn't worried.
I agree.
Honestly,
he
got 15.9 points in our league. That's pretty low for what I expect Clyde to get. I was hoping for 20.
Oh, well, there you go. I think 15.9 is great considering my running backs, but
yeah,
they don't produce this year. Anyways, but we got some big news, man. A whole game got postponed, and who knows when the hell they're going to play it, when they're going to reschedule it. But the Steelers-Titan game has been postponed to be determined when they're going to play it again. I don't know. I think they're going to add it to the end of the season.
I'm not. So you obviously didn't read the show docs, but we'll get
no,
more.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of rumors that it's going to be week 8, but
yeah.
Anyways, the most important part of this is to know that if you have a Steeler or a Titan, you got to make alternate plans because they're not playing this week, and depending on what platform, you won't even be able to put them on IR. So we'll get more into that, but just be aware, do you got any players on the Steelers? You got any players on the Titans? You got to set your lineup.
Yep, set it up because
I
like it. So we're gonna go real quick through this fucking Thursday night game. Broncos at the Jets. The spread's Denver -1 now.
By the way, you got to remember, man. Got these.
Oh, that's right.
It's a Thursday night preview. Come on, pretend we're a professional show for once.
That's right. I forget.
I spend so much time on all these little drops,
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry. I'll work on that. I gotta keep looking at the yellow lines on my dock.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's Denver versus the Jets. Yay.
Yeah. So the spread moved down to -1 Denver. Cody has a nice reminder on here. Cody,
Yeah, so just a reminder, like this is football, and a couple months ago we were like, will there even be football? So yay, there is football. But just so you know, I mean, yeah, you can watch. There's actually baseball playoffs tonight. You can watch that instead if you want something that's a little bit more exciting. If you just have antenna, apparently Big Brother, Ellen's Game of Games, Blackish, the Masked Singer, they're all available over antenna. If that's not good enough for you, you still have streaming services available. I mean, you've got your Netflix, and apparently there's that HBO new one that's everyone likes. I don't hear a lot of people talk about the Apple one yet, but there's plenty of there's plenty of other things you can watch if you don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
I just started watching the new season of Fargo last night. That seems like it's going to be pretty cool. So,
Good
plenty of stuff you can watch if you don't want to watch two 0-3 teams battling for I don't know. I don't know what they're battling for at this point.
They're
anymore.
not battling for anything. This is a pointless fucking game. So yeah, let's just go through this real quick. Denver QBs, Brett Rippin. Rippin, is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Brett Rippin.
He's going to be starting. They also got Jake Driscoll, who got pulled. Drew Lock's going to be out 3-4
Isn't
weeks.
it Jeff Driscoll?
Jeff Driscoll or Jeff Driscoll or Jake Driscoll?
I thought it was Jeff
I don't
Driscoll.
know. Jeff, yeah, I think you're right. I don't know what it was doing.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not exciting to me. You know what I mean?
So Drew Lock is out for 3 or 4 more weeks, apparently.
Yeah.
And so Jeff Driscoll was the backup to Stafford last season, and he only played for 2 games before he got injured. So there was only so much, but he wasn't the best. He was actually a better runner than Stafford, so it kind of added some fun while we were watching him, but he wasn't the best passer, and Denver realized that quick. And so they're now on their 3rd string quarterback. And that's why the line is so low on this, is because the Jets are pathetic and anyone can beat them. But Denver said, whoa, wait. We got some injuries here. We got a 3rd string quarterback. Let's see who really is the worst team here.
Yeah. So that's the QB situation in Denver. The QB situation for the Jets. Oh, my God. I didn't realize they had Joe Flacco sitting on the bench, but Sam Darnold is their quarterback. And they also got the ex-Bear David Fales. There's not much of anything here. I think Sam Darnold sucks. I mean, this Adam Gase offense is just miserable. I don't like looking at it. They have injuries all the time, but, that's one of those other trainers that needs to get fired.
Oh, we already got a call.
We got a call. Awesome. Maybe it's Marty.
Where's answer? There it is. Hey, you're on Set Your Lineup. Who's this?
What up, homie?
Hey, is that Pac-Man?
Yes, sir.
What's
up, Pac-Man?
Gus Teams. There it is. How you feel about tonight's game?
I'm not going to watch it.
I'm with you.
Well, my Sox got eliminated, so I'm going by Jeff's Ball, Richmond's. So take my sorrows away.
Yes, Richmond's on. Is that Chicago Avenue?
No, on Grand.
Or Grand. Richmond's on Grand. We'll give them a free plug. Richmond's on Grand. Never been there. I should.
Go there instead of watching the game tonight.
I'm pretty sure I was going to watch it, yeah. But like I said, I was really depressed, from the Sox game just got eliminated. So I'm gonna go drink now.
I didn't hear that they got eliminated. I knew that they had to win the next one to not be eliminated. But breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Sox are eliminated.
The Cubs aren't though, right?
The Cubs.
They got proposed postponed today, so they play tomorrow.
They're 1 game away from being eliminated. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
But they can
my baseball season's over, so back to football.
Yep, back to football. So,
yes, sir. So who should I put in? Should I put in Drew Brees or Foles?
Oh, Jesus.
Foles. You should trade me, Foles.
So
I've been trying to get him from you all week.
I know you're giving me shitty offers.
Here's the thing. I
You're not
would
shitty.
hold off on that decision until Sunday.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
now, Michael Thomas has a chance to play. He's not he's not in yet, but he's missed the last bunch of weeks. Breeze has been playing horrible without him.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
If he's there, I feel like Breeze is going to do something. He's playing. They're playing Detroit this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah,
Trufant is something you should watch. Trufant might be coming back. We've had corner problems. Everyone was injured, but Trufant might come back this week. If he's back, it might be a little bit harder sledding. But I mean, I don't know. Drew Brees is a little bit more trustworthy than Foles in the second game, even though Foles put up a shit ton of points in one half. So yeah, the thing you got to remember though, Bears are playing the Colts. Colts have a good defense. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So like, no, it's gonna be a toss-up. Because last week was the only week that Drew Brees gave me 25 points. So like, what the fuck?
again, Michael
The week
Thomas
before that,
changes
he had, like,
everything for
15,
him.
17.
Yeah. I mean, I started fucking Minshew, and he didn't even give me 10 points last week. So, I mean, you're not in a bad position, buddy.
Oh, so
You know what I mean?
I just looked it up. He's actually playing you this week, drummer. So I mean,
Yep, I know.
so don't worry, you can beat drummer.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you're 0-3.
I'm 0-3. I'm 0-3. Holy shit.
Oh, so what I would say is swing for the fences then. Whatever. Like this is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you got to watch. You got Chris Carson in. He's like day to day right now. He might not play this weekend, so you got to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you had
That's-
Derrick Henry. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. Silly motherfucker.
It helps me a lot.
This COVID having motherfucker.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thank you, Corbin.
Yeah. The cool thing about our league though, so this is coming up later, but I've been following the COVID news all day, and Sleeper is actually putting anyone who is in this postponed game as the COVID IR, which is available to be put on IR, so you don't have to like drop anyone else. You can actually put Derrick Henry on IR and use that open space to do stuff. I know Yahoo has already said the opposite, and ESPN so far is doing the same where they're treating it as a bye week because that's what it sounds like it's going to be. So luckily, Sleeper's allowing you to put them on IR. So I don't know. That should help you a little bit.
Yeah, that's a smart thing for them to do.
Yeah.
I don't got nobody from Pittsburgh or Miami, so I'm not worried about it.
No, you have Titans. The Derrick Henry's from the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about for today.
Oh yeah, for today's game, yeah. You don't want anyone in this. This game sucks. I mean, I don't know. It might actually be the best game of the year. I won't talk too much shit about it, but it's two shitty teams.
It's definitely not the best game of the year.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I don't know. It's a lot of injuries, a lot of shitty gameplay. Yeah, don't play anyone from this game.
No, nobody.
No, I'm going to have anybody for this game, so that's what I'm not worried about today's game.
I actually have Kristen's team starting Jerry Jeudy right now.
Yeah.
She needed a wide receiver.
I mean, if you have to, you have to. The only one I would start in this game is probably Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Lindsey's
And-
out, right?
Yeah, Lindsey's going to be out. He's questionable, but they're saying he's not playing right now on the tube. So, I expect Melvin Gordon to have a solid game. And then you got Frank Gore on the Jets. I mean, he's looking his age, man.
Yeah.
He really is.
But here's a fun stat I found out today. So Frank Gore has been playing longer than Thursday Night Football has existed. So,
Wow. Wow.
That's amazing.
that's a longevity right there.
Yeah. But
So what we need from you, Pac-Man, is you need to call from Richmond's and do a dial-a-shot from Richmond's and tell us if everyone's watching.
I was like, I'm going to hang up and say the same thing. So when I hang up now, then we'll call back and we'll do a dollar shot.
For sure, man.
yeah.
We'll be ready by then. Actually, I'm ready
game.
now if you had one ready, but it's all good.
I don't got nothing. I'm in the Uber right now.
Oh, awesome. Well, say hi to your Uber driver. Ask ask your Uber driver who they think's going to win tonight, the Jets or the Broncos.
Yes. I don't think he cares. I got Kevin next to me. You can ask Kevin.
What does Kevin think?
But you got Jets or Broncos today? Broncos. Okay,
There you
Kevin
go.
got Broncos.
Go with the better team,
Broncos.
even if they have
Yeah.
a third string quarterback.
Yeah, Broncos are
Yeah.
definitely better.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. Do a dial a shot with
Okay.
us later. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Bye,
love you,
buddy.
Pac-Man.
All right, Pac-Man, everybody. I love that's a great theme song. I mean, whoever wrote those early, chip tuned video game songs,
Mhm.
they
Oh
were
yeah, that was a good one.
yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
So what we were saying, do we care about any of these people? It's like what we were
Yeah,
saying.
but we could go straight into. We touched on the running backs. Let's go to the wide receivers real quick. Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I already mentioned Jerry
Kamara.
Jeudy. I actually had to start for Kristen,
Yeah.
but Cortland's
Jameson Crowder. He's playing today.
yeah. Well, there's just I want to say this about Denver. So Cortland Sutton is out for the year. So Jerry Jeudy was the 15th overall pick in the NFL draft, first round pick. KJ Hamler was the 46th overall, so it was a second round pick, but it was still a high second round pick. Both of them are potentially good. So, I know the game's starting in 2 seconds, but if you do need a Hail Mary, you can play them because they're going to need to throw to someone. I know you're all in on Fant. That's going to take all that, but they're going to need to throw to someone other than Fant. So one of the two of those guys is going to get some targets. I'm guessing Jerry Jeudy because he's already shown some targets, but who really knows how many points he's going to get?
Yeah, it all depends on the QB play, which I don't trust at all from anybody starting at Denver right now. So, I mean, that's that. I'd rather just end talking about this game and move on.
No, you got to say some shit about Fant, man. That's your boy.
Okay. My guy Noah Fant, he's on my team. He's done okay, but he hasn't really been as good as I thought he was, and that's because of the quarterback play. You know what I mean?
I want to correct you on that. His stats might not have been good for fantasy, but he has been looking really fucking good. All the highlights and the recaps I've been watching of these games, he looks really good.
Yeah.
I think that, the shifting in quarterback play might be more than his talent. I think that he's going to be really fucking good for years to come.
No, yeah, he looks awesome. If this was a keeper league, he'd be a keeper on my team. But right now it's just not working out. So that's why I picked up, well, we'll go into it later, but I picked up 2 other tight ends just in case it's, not working out later on. So I'll be playing matchups as opposed to just playing Fan every week, I think. So aside from that, Melvin Gordon and Fan are probably the only 2 players that I definitely go with here.
I'm feeling more confident as we're going on with Jerry Jeudy. I feel like you could not a wide maybe as a wide receiver 3 or 4 or something, but you could definitely start Jerry Jeudy. I think definitely.
Yeah, in deeper leagues for sure. Our league, we got a 12-team league, so Jerry Jeudy's he's a good start,
right?
But don't expect a whole lot because you just don't know what's going on in Denver.
Right.
So. For the game picks, Denver's got -1. I picked Denver covers this. I don't think it's that hard to cover. Cody?
I say Denver, but I'm not confident just because of all the injuries. I just feel like this game, I've seen too many times where you have a third string quarterback and then they've also had a bunch of injuries on defense, what's his name? Von Miller was out before the season even began. So, it's just, it's not looking good for either team. I think the last thing I want to say about this game before we move on is we can't really talk about this without mentioning Gase. Is he going to get fired or is he not? Now, Ian Rappaport earlier today said that even if they lose, the Jets are saying they're not going to fire him because they want to continue with Darnold's development. But a very popular chant in fantasy football has for the last bunch of years is every time Ryan Gase leaves a position, all the people he coached do better. So it actually feels like it might actually be a better idea for him to just get fired and just let someone else do this. And one of the people we glossed over in this is Chris Herndon, the tight end for the Jets.
Yep.
He had so much buzz for so many years, and I think that he has potential to be. So if you want like stashing in deeper leagues, if you think Gase is going to get fired, I think Chris Herndon, he's got the physical ability, he's got all the measurables you want. He just has Gase.
Yeah, he'd be a deep sleeper, and then when Gase is fired, he'll probably, his value will go up. Somebody's going to learn how to utilize him better, and I think the blocking scheme's everything's going to change.
Everything's going to change. Yeah.
Once Gase is gone.
Do you think Gase is getting fired?
So, fuck yeah, I think he'll be fired by week 6.
Again, Rappaport reporting that they're not going to fire him.
I think he's full of shit. I think he's, somebody gave him money to say that, but I think he's getting fired. Him and Bill O'Brien.
Oh, we got a question.
I think he'll be first.
Bill O'Brien. We got a question on the YouTube. It says, should I trade Joe Mixon and Allen Robinson for Lamar? So I'm guessing that's Lamar Jackson. There's a lot of people named Lamar. I don't know. Like, Lamar hasn't been playing the best, and I think he is going to come back. He had some hard matchups, but Joe Mixon, I know he hasn't been putting up the points either, but I feel like now that Foles is there, Allen Robinson's going to be putting up a lot more points, and Joe Mixon's going to have some easier games ahead. And if you look at the carries, Joe Mixon's getting a bunch of them. I don't know what your options are at quarterback if this is a multiple quarterback league, but I say no because, I mean, Lamar might do better, but I don't know who you have to replace those. Like, that's a number one running back and number one wide receiver. Me personally, I went quarterback late. I don't know. I personally prefer that, and I can usually stream quarterbacks pretty well. I want to do it. Drummer, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Jackson, he's gonna bounce back and he's gonna have a pretty damn good year. But I think he's not gonna put up last year's numbers every week. And I don't think you should give up, that kind of value for, a quarterback that you already saw what happened with KC, and he's just not putting up the type of numbers. Everyone's figured out how to kind of play defense against him, and now just kind of, if you're going to make this kind of trade, you don't want to do it this early. Wait and see how he's panning out for the rest of the season. Wait and see how Allen Robinson is doing. Give it a couple more weeks before you even do that. But I wouldn't think about doing that right now, especially with, like Cody said, with Foles in. Foles, Allen's gonna get the deep ball all day.
I know we're talking about this later in the show, but the biggest thing Foles does for the Bears is he can actually throw deep. Trubisky was so inconsistent on those deep throws, and if they can just establish a little bit more of a three-dimensional game on that, Allen Robinson is a really good wide receiver. He's just had a shitty ass quarterback. So I don't know. Yeah. That's my opinion.
No.
Again, I don't know his league, so I don't know what's available at quarterback, but you can usually find someone to fill in to get you those points. I don't know.
I mean, you might have Foles on the waiver wire depending on what league you're in. If he's there, grab Foles, man.
Well, Foles isn't going to get you as many points as regularly as Lamar. I will definitely say that.
That's true.
Lamar is a way better quarterback, but
he'll buy you time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like you get that point in the season where you have that quarterback in, and then I mean, obviously they could put up 40 points like they've been doing this season. There's been shit tons of quarterback points, but then you're weak at those other two positions. And so what are you putting in to make up that extra, those extra points. Whereas if you can stream quarterbacks week for week, put them in there, get like 30 points regularly if you play the matchups right, and then still have your number one running back and number one wide receiver.
Yeah, and there's got to be options out there. Gardner Minshew is probably out there, even though he had a horrible game last week.
That might be the only reason he is available.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Oh shit, he's got Deshaun Watson. Oh man, Watson, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely definitely don't do Watson. If you look at his schedule, he had some hard ass schedule. His schedule opens up. I've been watching this shit. His schedule is opening up wide soon. And
you think so?
Dude, I know you hate Bill O'Brien, and I know Bill O'Brien's going to get fired, but Deshaun Watson is really fucking good. He is a really good player, and I think he can do well despite his coach. I mean, look at his. I don't have his schedule in front of me, but if you look at who he's played as far as defenses and who he's going to play, I know he played
they play the Vikings this week.
Oh, the Vikings, dude. Yeah.
So that's a good matchup. I would stick him in there for this week at least, and then next week, shit, where are they at? Next week they got. Where the hell are they? Oh my God. Next week they got the Titans. Or that's week 6. They got the Titans. And the Jaguars in next week, the following week. So there's three straight games that are pretty good to jam out with them, with Watson. But I just don't trust Bill O'Brien at all. Like I don't like what he's doing. All he's got is Will Fuller. You know what I mean? Like, and Will Fuller's probably gonna get hurt this week or something. You know? I mean, I just don't have any trust in that system at all. Like, it used to be so good.
He was saying that he is going to try to flip Deshaun for a good, running back or wide receiver, but it might be hard to flip him because, Deshaun Watson's been underachieving so far this season. So, I mean, you might not get what you want. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like I think I would just take my lumps with Deshaun Watson on that one. I think the second half of his year is going to be way better. He's just too fucking good. I mean, Bill O'Brien's biggest problem is he's too involved. You can't be GM and coach. It doesn't work very often.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I just realized the game's on, and I haven't even looked up once.
Yeah, I did the same thing right now. I was like, oh yeah, the game's on. But I don't know. You ready for some COVID?
Oh yeah, we'll do the COVID update.
Yeah.
I got that pandemic.
All right. Oh my God, what a scary week. Scary week. The COVID has hit the NFL hard.
Yeah.
Today.
So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to talk about everything up before today, or do you want to just jump right into it?
Let's go right the way it is here. So let's start off with the little COVID news. The Bears-Falcons game almost got canceled because cornerback for the Atlanta, A.G. Terrell, tested positive. I didn't know anything about this until the next day, and NFL kept it super quiet. It was just weird.
I did a lot of research on this all day long at work, and the similar thing happened with the Titans, though, on all this crap, where the first test of positive was on Saturday, and they traveled without their offensive linebacker coach, outside linebacker coach, Shane Bowen. So they traveled without him. They knew that was there, but that was the last they tested everyone, and this, coach had interaction with people. They don't test on Sundays. So they kept that quiet, and they didn't really say anything until Monday about so they keep that shit quiet. And I know there's HIPAA laws and stuff like that, but it's I
think this breaks that wall because it really does affect other people. So I mean, they're just trying to, I understand they're trying to keep it safe and concealed and everything, but at some point shit's gonna start getting out. But that was the Bears-Falcons game. We got so much more COVID stuff happened after that.
Yeah, so it was Tuesday when we got that first oh shit, what's happening? And they're like, we're going to have to postpone the game. At that point, I think it was 5 players tested positive and then 7 personnel. Oh, you continue real quick.
No, I
read this.
updated
I
it.
gotta. No, I'm sorry. There's a question on YouTube.
Okay. So it turns out right now, total, there's 5 players tested positive and 7 personnel. All of them for both teams, for Minnesota and the Titans. This is where this game started. These tests were done after that game. Nobody from Minnesota tested positive. In-person contact was suspended this past Tuesday until now. Today, Minnesota announced that they are going to reopen their facility, but they're also going to double up testing. Go ahead.
All right, so here's the question on YouTube. This dude's in a full PPR. He has Jonathan Taylor, who you're starting. I think that matchup's going to be great. It's against your Bears. No, but Jonathan Taylor, you definitely start him. James Robinson, that's his backs, and then he's got Terry McLaurin and Devontae Parker on his bench. I think Devontae Parker is going to have an amazing game because they're playing the Seahawks. But he wants to say who he should start at running back and who should he put at the flex. I just said, I think my answer, your opinion?
Yeah, Taylor, definitely.
Oh, I guess there wasn't a comma there. There's CEH, which is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, which is just you want to do him.
Yeah, you want to go him.
But you got to do Taylor and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Honestly, you got a really good team. What are you, in an 8-team league or something?
Yeah. Put both of those. Put one of them in your flex and just start both of those guys. Forget about everybody else. Like, those 2 are going to have guaranteed points. The Bears with Taylor, I think he's not going to put up monster points, but he's definitely going to get a lot of receptions, I think. Bears kind of have trouble with those screen plays. You know, Trevathan's really kind of aging on the linebacker position for the Bears, and there's been a lot of talk about him. You know, he's taking off days at practice every week and just aging. So I think they're definitely going to aim at a lot of screen passes for Taylor for the game. So, yeah, I definitely start Taylor, Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, and don't think about it. Just do it, and you'll be okay. You know, I mean, there's not much else going on there.
Yeah.
Those other guys you got, they don't have the potential to score out like the other 2.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's in a 10 team with that. Dude, you're going to win a championship with that fucking roster. It's
a good roster.
Yeah, the thing with McLaurin, like, I actually really thought he was going to do a lot better this year, but I feel like his quarterback play is holding him back. But I think that guy's got a really good future. Yeah, man, that's a really good team. I like that.
No, yeah, I like it too. I'm kind of jealous. My running backs are not performing. I'm like, damn, you got those guys together? All right, cool.
Yeah, you're set on running back for a while, especially with some people with like Saquon Barkley owners and the McCaffrey owners just looking at you.
At least my guys are playing, you know, fucking shit, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tennessee-Pittsburgh game was canceled to be determined to reschedule for another date.
Yeah.
Cody, you think it's week 8?
Okay.
Where'd you get this?
So I think it was The Athletic was reporting this, but okay, so as of right now, it sounds like they're going to try to treat it like a bye, so they're going to swap out the bye. So both the Steelers and Baltimore have week 8 byes, so they're thinking about swapping that game to week 8 where there was a bye and move week 7, which was Tennessee's bye, to be the Tennessee-Pittsburgh game. So just bump the Steelers-Baltimore game 1 week and then just do the Tennessee-Pittsburgh game on 7, which would mean they get no more bye. So, like, this is a week 4 bye that they would be having. So, like, yeah, they'll be exhausted by the end of the year. I feel bad for the Steelers because they didn't test positive. Titans have not been reporting to practices, but Steelers have. So it's like they don't get a bye.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know. They haven't announced when the game's gonna be or anything like that yet.
They will soon. I know.
Yeah.
One of the big hurdles is everything I just said is against contractual shit with the NFL Players Association. So
NFLPA.
yeah, they're going to have to run it all by them because there's probably going to be some litigation that's they've already filed some new protocols. So this guy's saying, I got Kyler, DK Metcalf, and Tyreek, which is why McLaren and Parker are on my bench. Oh, damn. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I think this guy's just bragging.
You could roll the dice on your whole team and just start whoever the fuck you want. I mean, why are you asking us? Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, damn.
Damn.
All right. That's a stacked roster, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you got some big questions, Cody. Like the first positive was on Saturday. Shane Bowen.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is gonna happen?
So they already announced today. I didn't go in deep on the new policy stuff, but like the big question is, when he tested positive on Saturday, that should have done something. But I think the thinking was we didn't want to cause like a panic and just shut down all of football. They wanted like, it's just the linebackers coach, screw him and play the game.
Yeah.
But this might now, because there's so many players, what would I say? There's already 6 players that have tested who are now on the COVID list. Who knows when they're even able to come back? Sometimes when they're asymptomatic, they can come back faster. But this is going to change it.
They haven't announced what players, right?
They have announced a couple of them. I'd have to look. I actually think they might scroll across the bottom there. I think when I was copying and pasting that. So if you see something that says COVID IR.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching at home, I am super fucking proud of my new scroll bar at the bottom. That was Oh, this guy's asking, is it risky to trade for George Kittle? I think that George Kittle is going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. He's going to play this week, I think.
Yeah,
he's been working out and everything, so he's looking to play. The thing is, Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to play.
But he's coming back, though. So that's the thing is, people know that. So if you could get him cheap, I'd say go for it, because Kittle, in my opinion, is the best, tight end in football right now. So if you could get the best tight end in football and you can, you can stretch it until everything's back the way it is, then if you can get him.
He's a top 2, top 3 tight end when he's healthy and when Garoppolo's there. I mean, if you can get him. But don't overpay.
Yeah, don't overpay. But
it's a tight end position. You could stream a bunch of different tight ends right now. They're kind of popping up everywhere every week. So, you have a lot of options there. So if you have to give up top 5 running back to get Kittle, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I kind of, you could probably buy him low now. So.
Except for those people like me who I wouldn't if I actually do have Kittle in the COVID league, I wouldn't take anything less than a number 1 wide receiver running back for him, just because I've held on to him this long, and when he comes back, I got Kittle still. I mean, a really good tight end is a huge advantage, because it leaves all your other spots open to just get you more points. He's pretty much like having an extra wide receiver when healthy, with a healthy quarterback.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. I like Kittle rest of the year.
Yeah, I give up 2 second-tier players for him, and if I could do that, But So back to the Titans. Did you know their bus driver, who tested positive for COVID-19, also drove the Houston Astros to their playoff game this past Tuesday? And I found this out just before the show, and I was going to look up the Houston Astros to see if they had any news about this, because I don't know if this was news to them afterwards, because, they're in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. It's kind of like an important time for them.
Yeah, they probably don't
So-
want a bunch of players to get COVID during the playoffs.
Right. So, but I thought that was interesting, and I put it in that COVID news because it's the bus driver for the Titans, and who knows, maybe he started all this shit. I don't know.
So,
But yeah, that's
yes.
Go ahead, Cody.
So on the other side of that, the game last week was Tennessee and Minnesota. They've been testing all week. Today was the first day that they will be able to practice. They were able to practice. They did return to their facilities. Sounds like they are good for this weekend. But I will say this: Minnesota already has not been playing that well this season. I'm sure that's not a surprise to anyone. I think they could have used the practice. So if you're thinking about playing or betting on anything Minnesota related, if you're trying to make a decision, keep that in the back of your mind that they already were playing bad and they didn't really practice this week. So
yeah, not a good up.
Yeah.
Not a good up. So with this Tennessee and Pittsburgh game getting canceled, there's a lot of there's not a lot, but there's quite a few starting players that you're gonna have to fill in. Some, like Cody mentioned earlier, some leagues are letting you designate these guys to IR, but the waiver wire was Wednesday for most leagues, so you're looking at that second stash of players that are left afterwards. So who would you fill in for Derrick Henry, for Tennessee? Like, that's a big loss if he's on your team.
yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at the waiver wire, like, I'm looking at who can possibly, like, almost looking for deep sleepers that can jump in this game and for this spot and generate some kind of points for you somehow.
Yeah.
So for Derrick Henry, so I got Cordell Patterson for the Bears.
Because
Tariq
of course you
Cohen
do.
is out. Yeah, well, Cohen's out. And they
For
didn't
the
sign
year.
Lamar Miller. Yeah, for the year. So Lamar Miller came in to jam out with the Bears, and they didn't sign him. Cordell's going to get more carries, and he's still going to be a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Foles is there. Nick Foles knows where he's going to be. I think Cordell Patterson could be a sleeper and could easily fill Derrick Henry's spot. He might not generate.
He
all
also
the
has a
touchdowns.
superpower in fantasy football, and depending on your platform, I know for a fact in ESPN he is running back, wide receiver eligible, and so depending on where you need him, you can actually throw him in there. I have no idea how he's going to be used this weekend, and I'm super interested with Cohen going to IR. He was already getting carries, and they seem to like Montgomery in those passing downs, but like they also like that second running back because they would line Cohen up in line with wide receivers at times. There's a lot of things that Nagy wants to do with that offense. So I have Cordell, this could be being in the waiver wire. Cordell could be like a Cohen replacement because he does have the speed. He's a different kind of runner. He's got a lot more height than him.
Yeah, he's like a giant Cohen, a giant Tariq Cohen.
But he's fast, man. I mean, that's
he's super fast. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't hate it. That's a crapshoot. But if you got this unexpected bye week replacement, I totally like that pick.
Mm-hmm. And then, since we're on Tennessee, let's check out, one of their wide receivers, Corey Davis, who's been filling in nicely since A.J. Brown has been out. Like, he was doing well. He wasn't doing bad. But you look to the waiver wire, what's left? And again, you got to look for a sleeper on this. Like, I'm going Greg Ward from Philly, and I hate Philly. I hate anyone in Philly right now, okay? Like, it's just
they have
everyone's
no offensive
hurt.
line.
No offensive line, nothing. But Greg Ward, he's gotten 19 targets this season so far. And that's a lot, I think, for Philly because it's just a mess over there. But, I think he's going to pull off a good 12 points, if he sees 7, 8 targets, I think he's going to get 80 yards possibly.
So we kind of swapped around the segments today, but I mentioned him in the news segment because when in the Philly part of the news, he was the only wide receiver to practice today.
Yeah. So there you go.
if that's not a reigning endorsement for a player, I've never heard one.
Yeah, and it's. I think he's going to be a sneaky little pick in there. They're playing. Who are they? Who's Philly playing? They're playing.
God, I forget now.
Philly. Eagles. Where are you? Eagles. They're playing the 49ers, whose defense has been decimated. So,
their defense, even with the injuries, still are playing surprisingly good. So
yeah, they're stacked on defense, but it helps that some of those guys are out.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg Ward's a good pickup there, I think. Pittsburgh, James Conner, running back. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Let's see. Who else is coming back to play? James White's coming back to play.
Is he official back? I didn't see if he's been to any practices yet.
Yes, he practiced today.
So I missed that. Then that's actually a good pickup. Then I might actually look into that.
Yeah.
If you don't know the story, it's really sad. James White's dad died, and his mom's been in the hospital in a car crash. I think that was like week 1 or week 2, and he should be completely fresh and healthy. He's just been out because of family tragedy. So
he came back and he's motivated. He's playing against Kansas City. Like, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't care how good New England's defense is. You saw what they did to Baltimore last week. I mean, I think he's going to have an awesome game. I think Belichick's going to just keep feeding him the ball all day, let him just kind of get his anger out and his emotions out. So he would be a good fill-in for James Conner this week if you have to do this. And you might see a couple other guys on there on the waiver wire that are good fill-ins.
We don't know what's on your waiver wire. It's hard, especially when it's like an 8-team waiver wire is so different than a 12-team league's waiver wires. 8-team league is just like, oh wow, I got actual starting wide receivers and running backs available. Where the 12-team leagues is like, I know for a fact I've seen Greg Ward taken in multiple of the leagues I'm in. So
and then you're gonna lose Juju Smith-Schuster. All right, like that kind of sucks too. He's starting to warm up. I'd go with Danny Amendola here. They're up against New Orleans.
Can I throw water on you?
Sure, go ahead.
I've been watching the Lions all season. Danny Amendola is guaranteed targets, but they pass that ball around a lot, and I honestly feel like he's been surpassed on the targets thing for good. I mean, Galladay is obviously the number one, but like TJ Hawkinson is really starting to become more and more a part of it, as much so that even like last weekend they had a couple really well-designed plays to Jesse James because they made it obvious it was a tight end play, but leaving Jesse James wide open.
Yeah.
Amendola is slowly just falling out of the pecking order. I mean, like, there's just too many mouths to feed. I mean, they've been throwing to Swift. They've been throwing to, Marvin Jones is still there. I don't know if there's enough targets for him to be a safe play. I know New Orleans got a couple problems in their secondary right now, but like, I don't know if the targets are there. I actually really like, if we're looking for people, I know Donuts in our league just before this started picked up Cole Beasley, and I was actually thinking about that earlier. He's getting like a lot of targets right now.
Yeah, he's another good pickup. We were talking about that before the show. I was like, man, I didn't realize he was still there. While I was looking at the waivers doing this, I was like, oh shit, Cole
I knew he was there.
That's right.
I just didn't have space for it. Do you have that problem with waivers where you see it go through? It's just like, oh, those are all the guys I want, but I don't have enough room on my bench.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want to like risk the chance of losing somebody else.
Yeah, you can't drop the good player for another good player, and then you're like, oh, well, I dropped the player that I really wanted. So
yeah, you got to look at the future and what they got matching up like in the following weeks if you're going to do something like that. And see who just has the better matchups. So that's all I got for that Pittsburgh Tennessee cancellation, and then we got,
ready for the news.
Yeah, set your lineup news.
Here with your latest breaking news is Juan Valdivia.
All right. 49ers again. Jordan Reed on IR with a knee sprain. Will miss 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Jerick McKinnon, running back, suffered a rib injury, but is probable for this week. So just keep an eye on him if you're going to start him. Mostert is questionable to return. He was practicing today, so that's a good sign. Tevin Coleman is out. Jeff Wilson Jr. left at running back for the 49ers outside of that. So
he's the only one. Yeah, Jeff Wilson's the only. I think that's the way you're trying to say it. Jeff Wilson is the only running back left right now.
That's healthy. Yeah. That's healthy. Jeff Kittle, we talked about him earlier. It looks like he's going to play. George Kittle, sorry. I'm getting all my names fucked up today. Jimmy Garoppolo, not likely going to be back this week or next. Probably maybe week 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know, something like that. Where's Marty? Marty, your 49ers are slowly falling off. Next, we got Houston. Earl Thomas signed with the Texans after being released by the Ravens. This won't help them win games because the Texans coach Bill O'Brien sucks donkey dick all the way to the donkey's asshole. He's going to get fired after this game. I swear to you.
Jesus Christ, man. Why do you hate Bill O'Brien so much?
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
But he's not your coach. Like, it's not even your team. Like, I know he's going to get fired, but
as a football fan, he's horrible for the sport.
Okay.
He's just bad. DeAndre Hopkins missed 2 straight days of practice in a row with an ankle injury. This could be big news if he's on your team. Keep an eye on that, okay? We all know about Tariq Cohen. He's on the IR with a torn ACL. Good news for Montgomery, but it's bad news for the Bears. They worked out Lamar Miller, but it doesn't look like they're going to start him. And Foles is, on the other hand, starting. I'll have more on him later when we go into our Bears news and Tariq Cohen and the whole situation that's going on.
Yeah, that's not really going to be a long segment because you're a Bears fan. And
yeah, because I'm a Bears fan. That's right, baby. My favorite name in the NFL, Atlanta, their kicker, Young Ho Koo. That's a beautiful name. It's crazy. He's out with a groin, short-term IR. Calvin Ridley did not practice. He's got a bum ankle. They play Monday night, so keep your ear to the ground to that. Make sure he's starting if you're going to play him. Julio Jones, again, strained left hamstring. He could play his 50-50 chance on that game. For New Orleans, Michael Thomas is probable for this one. He's probably going to start. Cody, does that bode for you guys?
Well, I mean, obviously it doesn't help. The Lions are playing, but I have a feeling just the way it's sounding, like if he's playing, he's not 100%, which, I mean, it's still really going to help them. But I got that, like, hope, coming off of an unexpected win. It's like we might be able to hold in even if Michael Thomas is back, if he's just not 100%. So obviously you don't want that, but yeah, Jared Cook's going to be out, it sounds like. So I mean, at least they don't have targets.
Yeah, you don't get that full rebound for New Orleans because they
lose shit! Breaking news! I think I just looked at Sam Darnold is gone. Who is that throwing?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, it looks like he got hit pretty hard a while back, and because I saw that, but I didn't.
Is it Flacco?
I'm trying to see.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. So Darnold. Oh yeah, it looks that might be a shoulder injury or something. Oh, he made a bad face. But anyways,
Flacco?
but yeah, I couldn't tell who it is. But breaking news, so this is backup quarterback versus backup quarterback. This is exactly what.
Darnold's back in there, I think. Oh, no, he's not. That was how he got hurt. Oh, shit. That was a nasty tackle. Wow. All right.
Yeah, it is Flacco. Flacco is the quarterback.
All right. Cool. So, next on the news, let's keep going. Chris Carson, Seattle. First-degree knee sprain. He did practice today. He does have a chance to play in week 4, but it's another 50-50 type of thing there.
I honestly feel like if I was Seattle, I wouldn't risk it. They're playing fucking well right now. I would rather have Chris Carson available, but I'm not the coach there. I don't know the specifics because they said earlier in the week that there was a good chance he could play. But, man, like, would you fucking risk it with, like, the way they're playing right now and they're going to want him in the postseason? Like, don't risk aggravating a knee sprain.
Yeah, not at all. I'm with you. Like, you put that guy on the bench, rest him this weekend.
And I have him in one of my leagues. I'm saying that partially because I want him to continue to put up points for me. But
no, yeah, you want him for your playoffs too. You know, like
yeah, for sure. Like I can take 1 week without him, but like people rush back these players and then they aggravate, and next thing you know, you have a player on IR for the rest of the year. I don't like it.
Yep.
Not a doctor.
So now we got. Yeah. So Tampa Bay, Chris Godwin underwent an MRI on his hamstring this past Monday. He's going to miss 2 to 3 games. That kind of sucks. You know, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Godwin. I think he's the true number 1 there. Mike Evans is kind of turning it around. So I think they'll be okay as a team, but it's a big loss for them. Leonard Fournette was held out of practice today with a minor ankle injury as well. So that's another thing to keep your eye on.
Yeah, so Ronald Jones, you're playing him this week.
Yeah, play Ronald Jones. Leonard's probably going to be on a snap count, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, our favorite team to talk shit about, or one of our favorite teams to talk shit about.
Philly's cursed this year. Philly and San Francisco, I feel like every week we just talk about it. Like so much so, like you didn't even, like I just looked in the show doc, you don't even have Alshon Jeffrey might actually return.
I don't care about Jeffrey. I'm tired of him.
What? You Bears fans, man, like
don't care.
You can't respect alumni from your team. He
nope.
He was like the best receiver you guys had for all those years.
No, Brandon Marshall was there with them. Brandon Marshall was better than him.
Whatever.
Brandon Marshall taught him how to cut a ball, and then he just kept getting injured. I'm done with Jeffrey. I don't care about him. I skipped right past.
You sound angry tonight. Did Bill O'Brien do something to you before we got on this?
That's what it was. He put me on the wrong path. Fucking Bill O'Brien. Fucking donkey dick sucking coward. Fucking.
Whoa.
Anyways.
You came to play dirty.
Did you put that TV MA rating thing on?
Oh, we should totally get that.
Anyways, Dallas Goedert. Philly.
Come on. Like we talk about him every fucking week. Goddard. Dallas Goedert.
I like saying his name wrong.
Goedert.
I like saying his name wrong.
Okay.
It's fun. It's better. He's got a small fracture on his ankle. He's going to be out a few weeks. And these
sounds like it's actually going to be a prolonged one. It's going to be more than like a couple weeks.
Yeah. That's what I saw today. But yeah, a fracture is no joke. And then Deshaun Jackson is day to day. He's questionable, but he stood in practice today. So
no one did except for Greg Ward.
Yeah, exactly. Greg Ward's your guy there in Philly. He's going to be MVP there.
But don't get your expectations up too high because remember, there's only 3 starters on their offensive line anymore. They're just oh God, they just look so. Man, people had them going to the Super Bowl this year. I just don't see how it happens. They need to hire some new medical staff there, pronto.
A whole new. They need a whole hospital in that motherfucker. But yeah. Next, Buffalo receiver John Brown. He's dealing with a calf injury. He was limited at practice today, but he was at practice, so he did do some stuff. He should be good to go. But just maybe in case he flares something up later, look at your lineup and make sure you're following up. Green Bay Alan Lazard has a core injury and did not practice today. It wasn't a problem earlier in the week, so this is something that's newly developing.
And then just before the show, we got the notification as they're starting that he actually had surgery on his abdominal like in the last couple days, and he's going to be out for weeks. So, tip to you, because you might have someone who had COVID. MVS is actually available. Was it Valdez-Scantling? Look for him on waivers because Devontae Adams is coming back. But right now, Green Bay's throwing really well.
Yeah.
They're going to have to throw to someone.
Yeah.
Also look into, what's the tight end you picked up this week?
I forget his name. God
yeah,
damn
me
it.
too. The tight end for Green Bay, doesn't matter who he might get more targets.
Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say his name.
But Lazard was very clearly the second target on a team that likes to throw. That there's going to be some targets going somewhere. So if you're in a pinch, I don't like suggesting anything with the Green Bay, but
yeah, I hate Green Bay too. Fuck the Packers.
Oh,
you got
shit.
that drop? Where's the fuck the Packers drop?
Oops.
Come on, fuck the Packers.
Ah, shit. Oh man, I
Did you
got
not
lost.
put it in?
I got lost. I don't know where I'm at right now. Oh no.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh. Okay. I'll continue with the news while you do that. Henry Ruggs, the third, the Raider, multiple injuries to hamstrings and his knees. Gruden is super concerned. He's a long shot to play this week. Maybe the next couple of weeks. There hasn't been many updates on this. They've been really kind of hush-hush about it. But it's not looking like he's going to play.
And all I have to say about that is
Green Bay.
Fuck yourself. Yeah, I like that. That's better.
you know what I like is the delay. You still have a slight delay, but it's not as noticeable. Like before, you had that like whole 5 seconds delay. You're almost singing along with the song, so that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, Jerry Jeudy just got a touchdown. I told you, Jerry Jeudy was playable.
Whatever. That's one touchdown. If it
Yeah,
gets two,
that counts.
Then yeah,
That counts.
I guess. Yeah, sure.
That does count.
Anyways,
What when you get what of your players gets a touchdown in fantasy football? You're like, well, it's only one touchdown. No, fuck
yeah. No, I do say that when Montgomery gets just one touchdown, I'm pissed off. Yeah, it has to be two.
Well, then you must really hate your favorite running back.
Yes, I do. I fucking hate him right now. I can't bench him though. I want to, but I just feel like I shouldn't.
Oh, they just showed the replay there. That was a really long one. So that's some points there.
No.
That was a 48-yard touchdown. So yeah. It's only 10 points on one play. Fuck you, John.
Whatevs.
Oh, Adam's here.
Adam's here.
Oh shit! I gotta get to.
There he is. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
Hey, it's Adam. Oh shit! No, that's not the button I want. I want that one. Yeah, it's Adam. Woo!
Oh, I have this shirt on.
There you go.
I just because I have like 5 of them. So, what's up?
Oh, not much. We're watching the best game in the world between two pillars of football, and we're talking about injuries.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit! I didn't switch over to the new. We got the new camera. Oops.
Oh, thanks for that win, Adam. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, I haven't even done any waiver wire work. Like, I've been really bad.
Yeah, we haven't got
this
to it
league.
yet, but for the listeners at home, Adam has not set his lineup 2 weeks in a row. He's had people who are out in there, and he's given people wins.
Yep.
No, I fixed it. I fixed it. No, not the second week. I fixed it for against Drummer. I only lost by like 9 points.
You had someone out this week. You would have won. Who
You had a
is
bunch
it?
of guys out this week.
You had
You had
Devontae
Devontae
Adams.
Adams.
You had Devontae Adams in your lineup. But
He had nowhere to put him.
Yeah, because all your players on your bench were injured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 fucking dude. Yeah, I need to fix that. Take some time to fix that shit.
Yeah.
You guys are like frozen on my screen right now for some reason.
Oh, for
Really?
real? Shit.
Yeah.
That's no good.
No, I mean just I'm on. It might be my phone. It's just the Zoom. I'm just.
Well, my stream's going pretty good over here, I think. Yeah. Still moving.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's okay.
I'm going to check out
What?
Twitch real quick. You got me concerned.
All right.
Even though we haven't been
So,
getting a lot on
Adam,
Twitch lately, we've been getting mostly YouTube. So shout out to anyone watching on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Hit us up. We had, what, 2 questions from YouTube today
Yeah.
so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a few because that's how I was watching.
Yeah. Yeah, call us. You got any questions, Adam? Do you want me to tell you what you to do with your team? You should drop.
I mean-
You should drop Adams. Pick up Valdez Scantling. Come on.
Yeah, sure. It's weird getting advice from you guys on this league. So I'm against you guys.
Yeah.
We're not going to.
Trust me, I'm not giving you advice that's going to help you.
Honestly, the prize was never really like, oh, we're trying to give out money. It was more trying to get some interactions on the show because when it's just us two talking about it, it's not as fun. So this
I
one's
got you.
actually turned into the more active league this year for some reason. Our usual league didn't put money on it this year, so they're not really paying as much attention as they usually do. So
Yeah,
Oh,
very true.
yeah.
hey, do you guys want to do a shot?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Hold on. I got a port. I'm drinking Bacardi today.
I'm still with my buddy Evan.
Yeah, the official cheap whiskey of Set Your Lineup.
Yeah, we should.
Or-
we should. I would help you guys totally pursue them as a sponsor.
That's actually a good point. I can actually start adding them on the social medias and see if they want to, I don't know, send me a free bottle of $12 Evan Williams.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. They got nothing to lose. And it's like a cheap whiskey, and it could be fun. I don't know.
Also,
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's returning, it looks like, and I just took the shot without you guys for some odd reason, and then I realized
My
I
wife
did it.
thinks I'm retarded. She just rolled her eyes at me. But I don't care.
Hi,
I boy can
Isa.
dream.
Hi, he's
They say hi. She's like, hi. She doesn't want to be on camera.
Of course not. No one
All
does.
right, where's your shot? Where's your shot, Adam?
Where's my shot? Right here.
All right, let's go.
I'll do another sip because I don't know why I took my sip already.
All right. What
Cheers.
are we cheersing to? To
Oh,
Big
wait,
Dick Nick.
hold on. Don't take it. I bet you someone, I think someone's calling in who wants to do a dial a
Made
shot
me
with
pause
us.
like right. Now I have the taste of Evan Williams.
Hi, this is Set Your Lineup. Who's this?
You know what it is, motherfucker. It's game time.
Yeah, yep. You're calling
All
right at shot time. We're
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing a shot.
I
Let's
was
do it.
watching.
nice.
I was watching. So I'm gonna call right now. Perfect timing.
Well, you guys got shots ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Hold on. I was going to quote. I forgot to tell you earlier. I gave you that win for your birthday. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, no, thank you. Actually, we haven't got to that part of the show yet, but I was going to mention that you gave me a nice birthday present and gave me the win. So thank you so much for letting me be undefeated.
Yeah. Well, it's the least I could do. I didn't get you a wedding present and a birthday present, so I'll give you this.
Thank you. No, I do appreciate it.
Hey, Pac-Man, it's my birthday this week.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. His
Yeah.
birthday is November
All right,
11th. I know his birthday.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Worth a
I'm going to put you
shot.
on the speaker right now real quick. Hold on.
All right, cool. So in all this time though, I do know what we got to cheers to is your new quarterback, to Big Dick
to
Nick.
Big Dick Nick.
Everyone fucking walk away. Everybody just walk away when I put you on speaker. Yay.
Oh shit! Now someone's down for Broncos. Looks bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I didn't
Harris,
pay attention
too.
to the game at all.
Who is that?
Are we doing a shot or what?
Yeah, are we doing this shot? What's going on? I can't even tell. Like, if
What up there, sweet prince?
oh, hey, is this Jeff? What's up, man? Like, your phone's coming in really weird right now. It's like,
Yeah, it's really crackly.
It's like underwater.
Uh,
All right, let's do a shot.
we're doing a shot. Hey, to Big Dick
All right.
Nick.
It's a big dick,
Big
Nick.
Dick Nick.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I lost my cap. There it is. Ah,
There you go. This is for the last Cool Johnson.
what do you say?
Dollar shot, woo!
Oh, we already did our shot. Dollar shot. Woo!
Johnson. Can you hear him in the headphones?
I think they're way ahead of us.
No, I think that so I don't think Jeff can hear me, and I could barely hear what he's saying. So he said something about Johnson, which is my last name, but
yeah.
Today.
All right, fellas, I gotta run and eat dinner.
all right,
All right,
cool,
buddy.
man. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
See you later,
Later,
man.
guys.
Later.
All right, later, Adam.
How's Richmond's doing?
There's 3 people.
Are you guys watching the game?
I'm okay with it. Yeah. Yeah.
Exciting, isn't it?
Watching the game. I got it in the corner. Watching in the corner.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your show. I'll keep watching. Absolutely.
All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for calling in. Dallas shot us every Thursday.
Jeff said bye. All right, homies.
Bye, Jeff.
Later.
I definitely got to go into Richmond sometime soon. Like I Jeff's been there for a while, and now my sister-in-law works there, and it's like I should probably go check it out, right?
I've never been there either. Maybe we should go there for a few drinks after one of our shows.
So apparently that bar it's kind of near-ish where Kristen's school is, and so apparently when they're not doing remote teaching, that is like a teacher bar when they need to go get a beer after class.
Okay. Is it like a dive?
Yeah, it's a dive.
All right, cool. I like dive bars.
Yeah, dive bars are the best.
All right.
Ah,
Should we talk
shit.
some more
We
football?
got lost here. We were doing news, right? Oh, yeah. 'Cause I still got
Yeah.
the SL News up.
Yeah, you still got it up there. I love that thing. It's cool. Yeah, we're on moving on to Kareem Hunt in Cleveland. He did not practice today.
Wait, we didn't do anything about Ruggs, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, because I wanted to say, though, Renfro is a good play this week because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Renfro.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, I should. Yeah, totally. I didn't even think about that, but yeah. Renfro and Waller's probably going to get a lot of looks too.
The only I don't like saying stuff like that because Waller's going to get started anyways. You drafted him to be your starting tight end.
I know, but he can handle those targets
Yeah.
if they throw them to him. Like he's
Yeah.
playing monstrous right now. So next Kareem Hunt in Cleveland didn't practice today. Is not believed to be serious, but it's his balls again. His groin injury. When he's your runner, I mean, with the groin injury, I expect less carries. It is Kareem Hunt, and he runs like a monster, and he's been kind of killing it.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
But they also
start him
have
still.
one of the best running backs there as well, who can take the rest of the carries. So
Yeah.
I would never suggest sitting Kareem Hunt, but if you got a better option, if you're the guy who texted in earlier, roster bragging about how he has Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Helaire must have dropped to him in that draft or something, man. Like you can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
With Jonathan Taylor, and I guess Jonathan Taylor came later too. I don't know. That's just a really good lineup. But if you got something like that, then sure, maybe you can consider sending him. But on any given week, he can get multiple touchdowns.
Yeah, I agree. Next, New Orleans, Jared Cook. We talked about him a little bit earlier. He's probably going to miss the game. He's got a ball issue too with his groin. That should help out your Lions a little bit with this guy coming back. So, that's good and bad, I guess. But if you got him,
No, I never root against people's health. That's fucked up.
No, yeah, of course. Next, we got Odell Beckham again from Cleveland. I should have put that with the Cleveland. Damn it, I missed that. Anyways, He didn't practice today. He has back issues. Now, this was an issue for him last year. So I would kind of keep an eye on this.
Yeah, lingering
being-
back issues are serious.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm talking from experience. It has knocked me out for quite some time.
Mhm.
And
It's
it
the
lingers.
only reason he's not playing for Cleveland right now.
Yeah. So there you go. And on the defensive side of the ball, Cody wanted to throw out Chase Young out there. He's
That's
out.
huge, man. Like Washington's
huge. You're
defense has
right.
been playing really well. So like some
Yeah.
people have been streaming Washington's DST. Chase Young was the number one pick of the NFL. I mean, number 2 pick of the NFL draft this year for a reason. He was, in my opinion, the best player in the draft, and he he changes Washington. Like he's like what Khalil Mack does for your Bears. He changes that defense and what they can do. Like a good pass rush changes everything. So yeah,
you're right.
You
You're
weren't
right.
playing them this week, but just be aware for the next. If you were streaming with Washington, just be aware.
Yeah, definitely. And we should talk a little bit more about defenses in the future. I think from the beginning of the year, it's kind of we don't know what's happening unless it's based off of last year's. And teams change so much every year that I kind of like to wait a little bit as the season goes on before I start looking in depth into defenses. Unless they're getting injured like San Francisco, then
Yeah.
it's kind of like in your face all the time when you're looking at
I mean,
alerts.
DSTs are difficult. I mean, you really have to pay attention because each player goes out. It's like, well, how do they adjust? How are they going to look? So, yeah, that's
How
what
deep
to
are
do.
they?
I mean,
Yeah.
there are
Yeah, so
there are tons of injuries. Every one of these fucking. Oh wait, did you want to say something about Terry McLaurin or no?
yeah, you can keep going.
I forgot that there was one more there. Also on Washington, Terry McLaurin was limited today. I think he plays.
Yeah.
But
He probably
like,
gonna
no,
play.
seriously, what I was
It's not
saying
injury,
though,
he'll get over it.
what I was saying is there's been so many of these injuries every week, and some of them aren't coming back this year. So I guess this is now a segment. Here's the more people who are not coming back this year. Oh shit! That's not as long as it usually is. Anyways, that's your set your lineup news.
All right.
Hey, I think it's kind of good that it wasn't as long this week. I mean, last week I think it was like a minute 30. Yeah, that's a
Well,
lot. That was
there
a lot faster.
of guys last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
I mean, hopefully it stays short and everyone stays healthy. We'll see what happens this week, but
Yeah.
that's
Well, I
pretty
mean,
cool-
next week it
cool
might be
little
just
video
like
you put together.
COVID.
COVID. That's not a bad idea.
All right,
So-
I actually you got to remind me next week to get. This is a second week we're doing this. I don't have a little drop for this, but it's set your lineups
just
betting locks
about
of
to
the
ask you.
week.
Yeah. Was that an effect you put on your voice there?
No, did it just sound weird?
Or was that just me?
Yeah.
It sounded a little weird. Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I thought it sounded cool. All right. So we're doing betting locks for the week. Something you might want to put money on because this past week we all hit our bets. Titans
Except
and Bucks
for-
donuts.
Except for the lines changed. We would have hit at where we were on the day, but the lines changed, and I technically would have lost the Rams one because of the lock. We got a question on the YouTube: John Brown's or Ayuk's PPR flex. Oh shit! So John Brown, I think didn't he show up on the injury report today?
Yes, he is.
Don't know how
John
serious that
Brown
one off the
has
top of
got-
my head.
Yeah, he's got a calf injury, but he should be good to go. but he's facing the Raiders. So Ayuk, I don't know. I like Brown's upside still.
I feel like John Brown. I would, based on injury, I would do John Brown if his injury doesn't sound good. Like Ayuk is coming into his own, but he still has the backup quarterback throwing to him, and if Kittle, like this one is a very dependent on Sunday. This is like, I want you to ask me Sunday, because if Kittle's coming back, they have a backup quarterback. Like Ayuk blew up last week, and I mean, he's their first round pick. They picked him up for a reason, but
yeah,
I don't know how that goes out. John Brown is definitely a part of, what Buffalo's doing over there, but I don't know how bad his injury is. I feel like that one you're going to have to monitor.
Yeah, if you monitor John Brown's status, and if he looks like he's getting better, like check it tomorrow, and then check it Saturday, and then check it Sunday. Make your choice Sunday morning, or right before the games, and throw him in there, because I'm pretty sure he's going to snap.
Yeah,
and
I actually have Ayuk in 2 leagues, and I haven't started him yet just because I have a feeling something's coming, but like I just don't trust it yet. And plus, at some point, Deebo Samuel's coming back, and I don't know what's going to happen with that. It's just like those rookie wide receivers. They draft them high for something, but like I don't know. Like it's tough. It's tough to trust them yet.
Yeah.
That's the toughest question I think we've had tonight.
Yeah, it is tough. I'm going with Brown though on that one. Like,
okay, yeah, I'm going to say Brown if healthy.
Oh, you're typing it?
Yeah.
He's probably listening.
Yeah, they might be listening. I just feel like it's play to respond.
All right, that's a good choice. That's a good thing. People can look at it later then. So yeah, for the betting locks, we all won when we placed our bets on the spread, which was Thursday. But the spreads changed over the week as the games drew closer. So we usually take our spreads from Thursday, what they are that Thursday, and we go from there and just kind of let them sit. So if you place your bet on that Thursday with us, you'll place a bet on that spread. And that's, your bet doesn't change the spread, even though if the spread might change the next day, you place your bet on that spread.
All right, real quick, we got another question from YouTube. Start Justin Jefferson or DJ Moore this week. I actually personally has not. DJ Moore has been letting me down. Justin Jefferson is the hot new commodity. He just tore it up last week, and I don't think that the way the Vikings have been playing, they're going to have any choice but to start looking his way, because everything else has been looking bad. And what the Vikings want to do is they want to run Dalvin Cook down people's neck and have the defense save their ass. Their defense is not saving their asses anymore. I like Justin Jefferson. That's why I picked him up in my own league.
Yeah, I like Justin Jefferson too.
Also, to whoever just said something on Twitch, it says, in search of follower primes and views, like, what is it? Do you want me to, like, pay for followers or something like that? Get out of here. I don't know what this is all about. I wonder if that's a bot.
Yeah. But I like both of those guys. I side more with Justin Jefferson, like you said, because I think he has more upside right now. The Panthers aren't looking very smooth, especially since they lost McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey helps a lot.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be kind of, they're playing the Cardinals this week, so I think they're going to be kind of clamping down a little bit on DJ Moore, since he's going to be the number one right there. So I would go Justin Jefferson all the way for that one. I'm not messing around.
I also realized that it's totally reactionary, but like, I don't know. Jefferson was something exciting last week, and we're just like, oh yeah, look at this guy. This is why they drafted him. I don't know. Like,
he showed up.
Yeah, he showed up.
He showed up. So this week on our picks, Donuts, he picked the Vikings or the Eagles for underdog, and the Seahawks for the lock. He's playing the money line. He won his bets last week, so I kind of go with him. He's a big bettor, and he wins a lot of money. So Vinny Bag of Donuts, that's your pick. I think those are good picks. Cody, you picked the Falcons with the plus 7.5.
Yeah, I think the Falcons. I feel like the
San
Falcons
Francisco-
lose there, but I felt like that spread was like a little high, especially with the way the Falcons have been playing. The Falcons, if you haven't been watching them lately, they put up a shit ton of points, and then they lose in the fourth quarter when the other team comes back. But it's usually only a couple points. And if you're just going with that narrative, I just feel like the Falcons can lose another game, but not by a full touchdown.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
And then the other side, and then the other side of your bet, you got San Francisco Eagles for the under 45.
Yeah.
Really? You think
So my thought there is everyone on both those teams are injured right now. And you got backup quarterback playing for San Francisco. You have only one wide receiver showing up to practice on the Eagles with no offensive line. Wentz is playing like shit. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, like, who was I just suggesting about that Kittle thing? I don't know. I don't feel like that this has the recipe for a lot of points. So I feel like an under on that game that makes sense. I mean, honestly, San Francisco has a pretty good defense, even with all their injuries. I feel like they can hold it down.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think there's gonna be a lot of turnovers in that game. My pick is I think I'm gonna go for the Raiders to beat Buffalo, and for the Browns to beat Dallas on the money line. I think those are two bets that can kind of win you some money. I think if you parlay them or whatnot together, right? Is that how you do it?
Parlay.
Two bets together?
Well, so what I'm doing every week on this is that's part of the reason I know that we didn't technically win, because by the time I got it in, it wasn't right. But I'm getting it on my app right now, and I'm putting in the bet now with the spreads correct, because I'm betting these every week. And
okay. I feel you. Yeah, I got that FanDuel Sportsbook app. I love that thing, man. Oh my god, it's dangerous though.
Yeah, I'm actually installing that right now because I'm doing that separate than my other, like my personal one, which I have in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Free plugs.
Right. Free plugs.
Here's another question from YouTube. Would me giving more for Deontay Johnson and Mike Davis be a good trade? I mean, for Mike Davis. So Deontay Johnson and Mike Davis. Mike Davis.
He's a good play.
He's a good play for a couple weeks, but when McCaffrey comes back, how much longer is McCaffrey out?
What is he giving up for more? Or for
he's giving up DJ Moore for Deontay Johnson, which is he's sort of the number 2 on the Steelers right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's.
Yeah, I wouldn't give. That's kind of a high price. That's kind of a high price because you're really getting.
That's a short-term trade in my opinion because of the Davis thing. That's like if you need a win now.
If you're really desperate for a running back right now, then I guess do it. It depends on what else you got lined up at wide receiver. I mean, but if you're really desperate for a running back that's going to get you points this week, Davis is going to get you points. He's going to get a lot of targets. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to run the ball. He's going to do it all. But you don't expect a monster fantasy game out of Davis either. I mean, he's not a superstar. He's just going to get the bulk of everything at the running back position. You know, he's facing the Cardinals, who aren't that bad on defense. And, it just depends on how bad you need a running back. Like, if you really have a hard on for Davis right now,
Mike Davis, he looks like he's filling in the role all right. He's definitely not McCaffrey, but he's going to get. He's going to get points, and then McCaffrey's going to come back, and he's going to go back to the bench, sitting there, and then what do you do there? You hope McCaffrey gets injured again? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. How long is McCaffrey out? Is he out?
He's out for a few more weeks, but I don't know the exact timetable. I'd have to look that up, but it was a good waiver pickup for Mike Davis when it was the waiver thing, just because of how long McCaffrey was going to be out, because it was a multi-week injury.
Yeah.
Now he's asking, would more for Chubb be a good trade? Yes.
Fuck yeah! Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, especially with Kareem Hunt hurt. Good luck trying to get that trade approved. I mean, somebody's gonna like if somebody actually does that. I mean,
dude, Chubb.
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, no. Chubb is like a first round pick. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, first or second round. I don't know where he went in your league, but dude,
Yeah,
Chubb is going to keep getting his.
Yeah, Chubb is. I mean, if you could get Chubb for more,
Yeah, do that in a
kudos
second.
to you. Like, yeah, I definitely would love to be able to trade DJ Moore for Nick Chubb. That's like you're almost getting 2 fantasy spots getting Nick Chubb, and that's awesome. You know, like just a top 10 running back right now in fantasy, and like you can't really.
Honestly, the only problem with Chubb is that that Kareem Hunt is there and he does take stuff away, but it hasn't affected either all season. Like both have actually been startable running backs in the NFL. And honestly, if one of them goes down, the other one is probably the best running back in football. Okay, honest question. This is just something like with the Browns, the way they're playing right now.
Uh-huh. Do
you feel like their offensive line got better and they realized that the quarterback's not that good, and that's why they're just doing their offense is pretty much running through Chubb and Hunt, like way more than last year?
Well, like they're running the ball now more because they can run the ball now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's they have a 2-headed monster. Like it's not something they had last year. All they had was receivers last year. So now they're people are they learned how to run the ball, and now that's going to affect all the wide receivers there. Like they're not going to be pulling up points. Like Beckham's not going to be good. What's his face? Jarvis Landry is not going to be any good. Like for fantasy, like like they're going to get max 5-6 targets per game. Meanwhile, the running backs, I mean, Nick Chubb is averaging 20 carries the last 2 games, 20 carries a game, and he's got 4 touchdowns in that span. Hunt, he's averaging 12, 13 carries a game. He's at 10 in week 2 and 16 in week 3 with 1 touchdown. So Nick Chubb is obviously the better touchdown potential.
I mean, he's a better running back in my opinion, but like I think they're just being so effective on the ground. It's kind of like what San Francisco did last year, where it's like you're being that efficient. Multiple people are worth. I mean, I'd rather have either of those guys than just about any other running back on, like the Lions or something.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, that was a good question. Thanks. We like those questions. Those are good. We got our Set Your Lineup League drop coming up, don't we, Cody?
Oh, are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm totally ready for that.
Is that because you're going to quick run and go pee?
Yes, exactly.
Shit. What is this set? Oh, right here.
All right.
Shit. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to the singles shot here. All right, so these are the official Set Your Lineup League scores. This week, my co-host left probably because he knows how bad he just got beat. No, he won his first game. I'm sorry. No, I just am so used to him losing. No, he barely made it this week. Mahomes scored 48 points, and that game he was watching. He only needed 9 more points to lose. So. Yeah, Mahomes that first quarter had him a little stressed out, but in the end, he came through with the win, his first win of the year, helping me try not to give out our money. So part of the reason he did win, though, is Adam put Devontae Adams in. If he would have switched that out, Adam could have won that week, but Adam, you got to set your lineup. There it is. Set your lineup. Second week in a row we told you that. You can't put people in. All right, so when you got 5 starters injured, you need to start Myles Gaskin, Wayne Gallman, and Larry Fitzgerald, and O.J. Howard So yeah, Rance lost. That's what he had. All of his starters are injured. What can you do? Devlin won mostly because of that Buccaneers 20 points performance for his DST. So yeah, congratulations, Devlin, getting to 2-1. Wait, I went the wrong way on the slide. Must have. There. Wait, what? Did it do that twice? That's weird. Where's the rest?
What'd you do, Cody? What'd you do?
I, for some reason, don't have the rest of the scores in here. Oh, no. Nope. Chicago's Big Dog Hog. I don't know how that got mixed up. Yeah, Chicago's Big Dogs Hogs got 191.3. We're a half point PPR, nothing special. That's fucking insane. Drew had the highest score. Oh, wait, I've got to put you on the 2 back. There we go. You're back. Drew had the highest score of the season, but once again, it mostly came from 3 players. Drew has 508 points on the season, close to 100 more points than anyone else in our league, but 51% of those points came from Alvin Kamara, Nick Allen Kamara, and not Alvin Kamara. So Allen, Kamara, and Chubb. So, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, they put up like 250 points, just 3 of them in 3 games. That's fucking insane. But he also, to get that high score, he had the Colts DST, which, yeah, 191 points. I have to play Drew this week. I don't feel too confident about it. His team is, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to argue with those response. Lino, you never had a chance. I'm sorry, 109. Not even close. What the hell? Okay, Estrella Negras. Brandon is slowly learning why you don't take a quarterback in the first round. Lamar hasn't lived up the hype yet. Come on, let's be honest. But meanwhile, Russ is still cooking. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to play music over music, aren't I? Just like...
You can do that?
Just like Otto. Russ is still cooking like Otto does his delicious empanadas. I recommend the goat cheese ones. They taste better than the Broncos DST, giving you 19 points. 19 points for Otto. Otto's undefeated, and I don't feel like he ever really is, paying much attention to any of it. So
I love real quick. I love how he asked, "Did I win?"
every week.
Check the fucking app, motherfucker. What do you mean, did you win?
You're on the app, so we play on Sleeper, and there's a chat on there that you have to log into the app, and he says, "Did I win?" And I think that's just some talking shit, but yes, you can just look at the score right there. All right, now that for the moment you're all worried about me, yes, I won still. Pac-Man called in earlier with a shot. He said, like he said earlier, he gave me this win for my birthday, so thank you. That was awfully nice of him. I've been scoring around 130s every week. I played Drew this week, which he's been scoring much higher than that. So I'll probably get my first loss this week. Whatever.
Yay!
Dude, no, you're supposed to root for me because it's our money they're trying to catch. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you're right.
What the fuck, Kriggs? Dude, seriously, 85 points?
Yeah, that was weak, man.
You had better players on your bench. You just had to start your waiver wire picker. He was like super happy, like, "Oh, look at my shiny new toys." Donuts actually had a semi-shitty week except for Rodgers and Connor, but ugly wins counts. Just ask the Bears.
Yep. nice punch there, Cody.
I have to. That's your official Set Your League lineup league update.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of news and waiver moves and trade stuff that was going on.
Oh, I ended that too early because this is still technically news from our league. Yeah. This is what we did for waivers this week.
Yeah. So Brandon is out of fab. He forgot, Cody, you forgot to mention this last week. I remember seeing it on the doc too. But he put $100 bid on Darrell Henderson, which beat my bid for Darrell Henderson of $14.
Yeah, that was the next highest bid. I think there was 5 bids on that or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But the highest bid,
Yeah, I was like, 14 should be more than high. That's almost too much. And then this motherfucker spends all of his fab
The
money.
whole, yeah,
Like,
it's
so
$100 fab league.
yeah. So now he has no more fab for the rest of the league year. So
Yeah,
that's kind of screwed him.
So I think part of it's on us for not explaining it on the show, but also I'm not sure if he watches the show anyways. So,
He should. He's got days off. He
but
can
Adam
watch
does
it.
watch the show, and we should have brought this up with him earlier
And he's
because
on the show.
Adam calls in almost every week,
Yeah.
and Adam does not understand fab either. Again, maybe we need to do a better job explaining fab. You only have this much money to spend on acquisitions a year. Now, we do $0 bids, so they can theoretically still make some moves this year. Also, if you're in a fab league, if you don't do $0 bids, you're an asshole because that pretty much just forces people at the end of the year to be fucked. Just whatever. If you can't beat the person with the $1 bid in, then you didn't deserve that person anyways. But you should still be able to make moves, or else it's not fun.
No.
That's my opinion.
No, you're totally right. Cody did pick up his handcuff in Darrell Williams, but I let him do it.
Oh, thank you. But the only reason I had to mention that, though, is I made a trade offer earlier in the year for it, and you didn't even like try to counter or anything like that. Like, no, I'm gonna keep my Darrell Williams, and then you were like, no, just kidding. I'm gonna just drop him. Like, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. I should have probably looked at that trade again and offered it before I dropped him, but whatever.
You should have offered me something.
Something, yeah, something. I, on the other hand, picked up 2 tight ends. So now I have a total of 3 on my roster. I got Noah Fant is already on my roster. I got Robert Tonyan and Mo Ali Cox.
Is that Tanyan? I feel like it's Robert Tanyan.
Tanyan? I don't know. I'm not sure how to say it.
I think it's Robert Tanyan. I know how to say Mo Ali Cox, though.
Yeah. Mo Ali Cox. Yeah. Sounds like a red light district name.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting more alley cocks. Like I got so many alley cocks. Yeah, he probably heard. Like, I feel like this is low hanging fruit. He probably got this all the time in high school, and now I feel like a dick. Especially since have you seen Mo Ali Cox? He's huge. He's like fucking like 6'7" or something.
I definitely wouldn't say it to his face. That's for sure. So I got 3 tight ends. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna play out the other 2 and see what happens and hit the waiver wire next week with dropping one of them. I don't know. Bag of donuts. He dropped KJ Hamler.
He's actually making moves. I've heard this go off several times. It always says donuts, so I'm going to actually get an update on donuts.
Yeah. So he dropped KJ Hamler and he picked up Kirk Cousins, and then 8 hours later, he dropped Cousins again, and didn't pick up KJ Hamler because you can't. You gotta wait till Friday for that. You gotta wait a full day after doing it. He did that right before, or not before, but yesterday, I believe. So that was an interesting waiver wire transaction there. Otto Estrella Negra picked up the Jets DST.
So also, wait, I looked it up. Drummer's other moves is he just picked up Cole Beasley and Van Jefferson.
Yeah. Cole Beasley, we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And, he picked them up. We thought that was a nice, sneaky pickup. So Estrella picked up the Jets DST. They're playing Denver tonight. Doesn't look good because right now 2 of the secondaries just bumped heads for the Jets. They both look like they might have gotten bopped really hard. So we'll see how that works out for him tonight. But it might be a good temporary move if it pulls off. It's Denver, and I don't know. I just don't have much faith in either of these teams, so that might work out for him for today. But he did drop the Texans defense for this waiver move. Barring today's news of COVID, I realized that I had just picked up Gostkowski, the kicker for Pittsburgh. Yeah, that guy.
Man, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, but he was making points. So I was like, you know what? I need a kicker with a little more chances. And then it turned out that, their game has been canceled and we don't know when they're going to play again or that game again. So I dropped him for Jake Elliott a few minutes before the show because, Tennessee. So Tennessee fucked everything up for a lot of people today. Donuts also dropped the Tennessee DST for Kansas City's DST. So that was, you have to do it. You have to do it. I mean, if you're trying to stream a defense, that's what you got to do. So, now we move on to our team news, Cody. I mean...
Yeah, I don't have a good drop for that yet, except for I just do the...
All right. Okay, that's perfect. That's fine. That works. To victory, tear down Chicago.
I know I've said it before on the show. You guys really do have the best, the best theme song for a team.
It's got some balls. That song's got some badass fucking balls. I love that song. It's great. And it's orchestrated. It's amazing. It feels like you're in a symphony area, and then everyone in this audience is singing along with you. It's great. I love it. So Bears news: Mitch is out and Foles is in. I had to say, the offense looked really good with him at the helm. It shows you what a Nagy's offense could look like with Foles, with a quarterback in general that can read a defense. I mean, it's an exciting change. I kind of feel bad for Trubisky, but you can't feel bad for the kid. He's gotten multiple opportunities to prove that he can play. He hasn't. He's given every opportunity to shine. He didn't take advantage of it. He didn't learn from it, and he kept being, tunnel visioned through the whole process of looking through your checkdowns and your receivers and your options. It just didn't work. So where he was pulled in the beginning of the third quarter, right after the interception, I felt was kind of wrong.
At the same time, you kind of felt like he was on a short leash all year.
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah,
he's so inconsistent, and they paid Foles for a reason to be there.
Yeah. And I read an article today on, or not read. I saw
all right.
a thing
I'm
today.
sorry I was being quiet, but I got the bet in. All right.
All right, congratulations, Cody.
Well, no, congratulations. I told you I'm splitting this. I'm doing our bets, and I'm splitting this if we do well. So.
Oh, you're playing. Oh, okay. You're playing all of our bets.
Our bets, and I'm doing this every week.
Okay.
And if we win some money,
right.
I'll split it with you and Donuts.
Cool. We should just put that money to other bets.
No, it will, but I'm going to play it through the season.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm going to see what we can win.
All right, let's win some money.
Yeah.
We did good last week. We should win it this week. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, I mean, you can't feel bad for Mitch. I don't like where they pulled him, but they won the game. Foles
undefeated,
touchdown passes. Oh, it could have been 5 touchdown passes. One got called back for interception, which
classic
was
fucking
really
Bears.
close.
I bring this up all the time. It's just like Bears fans are always just like, "Oh, we won the game, but I still want to complain about this one play." Like, you know how many times as a Lions fan we get that touchdown pulled away from us and we lose? Like, you guys win and you're still bitching about that. Fucking take your undefeated season. You're Jesus.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. But I think Foles is going to be awesome. I think he's going to be, from what I saw in that, third and fourth quarter. I mean, if he can play like that, I think they'll have no problem going forward.
Here's my problem with Foles is he's done this so many times. He looks like an MVP. He's a Super Bowl MVP, and he's also looked like shit at times.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest question isn't Foles. My question is Nagy. Is Nagy know what it takes to make Foles succeed? Because Foles has succeeded. Again, Super Bowl MVP. We need to get that drop from when they won the Super Bowl where it's just those drunk girls who named him Big Dick Nick. Do you remember that? Where they're just like, fucking Big Dick Nick. And we just need to get that drop at the board. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, write that down. Don't forget that. Oh, by the way, Otto says hi. He's taking a break while he's working and watching us while he's taking a shit.
Oh, that is Otto, which we were talking about earlier. Hi, Otto. Otto is taking a break at Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra. It's at the corner of Western and Fullerton. You could go down there and you could buy some of this. Hold on.
You got
So
it?
some
Got
of the Diaz brothers special edition mezcal. It is delicious. It is unfortunately filled with water because I can't keep buying expensive bottles of mezcal, and also I need to parch. Like I'm parched in the studio all the time, so it looks like I'm drinking straight mezcal. You're like,
Yeah. But he's got amazing food. They have chocolate chip tamales that are amazing.
oh, dude, all their food there is delicious. If you're not going to Estrella Negra right now, like, what are you doing?
You're missing out.
I
You're
mean-
missing out.
I mean, you're definitely not watching this game because I forgot it was on.
Yeah, I haven't. I've barely been looking at it.
I
Gordon
didn't
just
realize it
was-
because like my screen actually froze on it. So, whatever.
Yeah. But
Shout out to
yeah,
him.
Yeah, shout out to Otto. But the quarterback situation, that's enough on that. Like it's Foles' job now. It's his to lose, and that's
Mhm.
that.
I don't think that's it.
Um,
I want to say some more shit about it.
Yeah, what do you wanna
I
say?
honestly think that it changes the Bears' offense, and
Oh yeah.
we kind of were talking about that a little bit earlier. But Mitch, if you look, man, maybe I'll pull this up for the next one. But if you look at the comparison of you do those next gen stats, Mitch, within 20-yard throws were like, all right, cool, hit or miss, and then anything over that was nothing. Like this brings in a long game, like that wasn't there. He has a better accuracy downfield. This is going to change your offense, and I'm really curious to see what it does for everyone. Like what I said earlier, I think Allen Robinson is going to be a lot better now, but like I don't know what it's going to do for Miller, or what's that rookie kid you guys got now? It's like I don't know. It's kind of exciting. Like, what is this going to do? We're not hindered by this guy. He's a pocket passer. He's not going to fucking scramble like Trubisky did. He's not as good of an athlete, but he's got a deep ball now. So now you can actually does Montgomery get more yards per carry now that they're not going to stack the boxes as much? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this first game against the Colts, it's going to be a good gauge on what they're going to be doing forward. Because Indianapolis, they don't have a bad defense at all. Like they have a good, solid defense.
No, Indianapolis is killing it right now.
Yeah. But the Bears they have weapons. You know what I mean? The thing with Trubisky was there was always somebody open, and most of the time he never saw him. Now with Foles, he's gonna see those guys because he sees the tape all the time.
Hopefully,
he's a better studier. I think he's gonna see them, and I think Foles is really gonna kind of excel the defense or the offense to a much higher level. That's gonna make them successful. I think you're really gonna see what Nagy's offense. It's gonna look a little. I'm not gonna say Kansas City,
dude. He's no Mahomes.
But you're gonna see. You're gonna see the sometimes the production of what they're able to pull off.
Oh damn! Kalen Ballage just had an amazing catch.
Yeah, he just signed with them this week too. We didn't talk about him earlier. I had him in my notes.
Yeah, it's because we have that opinion that this game doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did want to pump this up because like as a person living in Chicago, I am really curious to see how this goes because I think that the Trubisky experience, it was so like everything you were doing as a team, like you had good defenses, whatever, you were just, how do we make this work? And now I'm curious to see where they go from here because it's a different player. I feel like they have to have a different offense now. They're going to have to scheme up different plays. I'm assuming going to catch defenses off guard because there's not the same tape. I mean, I don't know. I'm very
kinds of audibles and everything.
Yeah, I'm assuming this week's going to give us a lot to talk about next week. Sorry, go on and talk about their defense.
No problem. No, yeah. They did what they could against Atlanta. I mean, there's a tough, even without Julio Jones, they're pretty explosive offense. Something happened to the feed, Cody?
It's back.
Okay. They did what they could, but they did come back in the second half, and they did kind of shut down a little bit. Like they shut down the Atlanta offense, and they gave Foles more opportunities than he probably should have had in that game. to kind of snap back and play. You know, I like the way they're playing. Their corners, Jalen Johnson and Fuller, they're playing lights out. They're like, Jalen Johnson's ranked number 2 amongst rookies at cornerback. They're showing how he was a big steal in the draft. Like, he's a rookie. Wait till he learns how to really, you know, study up on NFL teams, and like next year, oh my God, he's going to be amazing. But like right now, he's playing lights out for a rookie corner. You know what I mean? Like that, he's playing good. So I'm not worried about Rivers next week at all. Like, he hasn't been fantasy relevant, like, really. And he won't be next week against the Bears. I think it's going to be a nice game for the Bears D to eat. Probably some sacks, a couple interceptions. I think the Bears D is going to really play a full game next week. With Foles holding the ball, controlling the ball, possession for the Bears, I think it's going to go up, you know, time possession. I think the Bears D is going to have a lot more rest. They're going to be good to go for the rest of the game. So
also, don't forget, Phillip Rivers loves throwing interceptions. He always has.
Yeah, he does. He likes it. He's all about it. I thought the Bears were going to sign Snacks Harrison, but apparently he's still visiting other teams. He's visiting with Seattle next week, but he is on the COVID protocol.
Does that mean he tested positive?
Doesn't say. It just says he's entered the COVID protocol.
Man, that would really suck for a person like that, because he's like early 30s, and I think that's the only reason he's not on a team, because when he was good, he was really fucking good.
Yeah.
But like that really sucked where it's like, okay, cool, I got this great opportunity to make a team on a nope. Because both Seattle and Bears are both undefeated right now, right? So it's like, oh, I could join a nice undefeated team right now and actually help them. Nope.
So that's that. Again, we got Cohen. He's on the IR. It's probably good for Montgomery and Cordell Patterson to get more carries. They also activated Artavis Pierce from the practice squad. This kid, I was looking at his, he's a rookie. I was looking off of his hype videos from YouTube. He looks like a Tariq Cohen type player, but almost like with a better running style. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have ended up on the Bears practice squad had there been a preseason. I think he probably would have signed with another team, like maybe the Jets or something like that. He would have signed. There's
so many injuries right now. It's just like, yeah, I'm sure there's a job opening somewhere.
Yeah.
How about the Jets?
Yeah, the Jets, somebody. But, you know, they did bring in Lamar Miller for a workout. But
I forgot one of the things I actually wanted to bring up about this game. You can't really do it right now because the game's already in. But one of the things I wanted to bring up, don't forget about the injury of Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell's coming back eventually. So just remember that.
I wouldn't if I was him. Fuck the Jets.
Well, Gase is gone.
My shit still hurts.
Gase is going to be gone, and all of a sudden Le'Veon Bell comes back. I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, Gase gone, Bell back. Yeah. Fuck yeah, he might be worth a better shot.
So Artavius Pierce, do you know any inside information, though? Is there something, like you just feeling positive for this guy?
I looked at his tape, and he looks good. He looks fresh. I mean, he might be – I don't think he's going to get a lot of carries for this game.
I would probably start him out slow, but yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
pick him up and I wouldn't pick him up and, you know, put him in my fantasy roster or anything like that. You know, I don't have that much faith in him. He's got to show me something first, but he's a good you know, what if player, you know, from looking at his tape. You know, he's a rookie, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. But yeah, fuck the kickers. Santos missed a field goal. He's now 4 for 6 attempts in the season. Piñeiro's still not ready. His ball still hurt too. He's got a groin thing.
You really fucking hate those.
I fucking hate kickers. Yeah.
Oh shit! Was that up there? I'm sorry. Oh.
Yeah, you're putting a bunch of pictures up there.
I was actually. I didn't think that would pop up there.
Mm-hmm. So
sorry. I was trying to cue that up.
It's okay. So Cody sent me this link to this video of Devin Hester having an interview. It's like an inside scoop type video, and in this video, you know, he's talks about Cutler pretty kind of harshly in a way. Like,
Yeah, if
kinda,
you want to check this video out, I'll put it on the show notes. I mean, the whatever description of this later if you're watching this later. But you can find this on Bleacher Report's Facebook feed. It's like some show where they're playing pool. But yeah, it's worth watching if you're a Bears fan because there's a lot of questions people had at that era.
yeah, you know, everyone was wondering how much of a dick he really is, and you know, because his persona, his vibe, just kind of gives off, you know, the whole douchebag face thing. You know, that's exactly what this video kind of personifies. You know, there was a whole bet that that Hester had with Julius Peppers at the time during practice, and he says, "I'll give you, what was it, $20 or something? Was it a $20 bet for every pass that Marshall or that Brandon Marshall gets compared to what he got." Okay, cool. Devin Hester proceeds to go say that he only got one reception during that practice, and Marshall had what, 21?
Something like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
21 receptions. And he was upset because nobody on the team would say anything. And the question that started this was, why couldn't you excel as a wide receiver? He's like, I wasn't really given the opportunity, pretty much. This is what was happening.
I thought the most interesting thing about it, though, was what you said was just like Cutler was one of the best quarterbacks I played with. I mean, he was the best quarterback I played with. He just wasn't a leader. And it was just the way he described it was he was walking down the hall and like Cutler would avoid eye contact with the person you're supposed to be throwing it to, you know, and it's you hear of these good quarterbacks, the relationships they have with their wide receivers, like there's like an unspoken bond that they get on the same page. And it sounded like Cutler had a good arm and a decent mind for football, but he didn't want to do the actual chemistry thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that I sent that to you just because I thought it was extremely interesting because
No, I enjoyed it.
Cutler's enigma to me still, where it seemed like he should have succeeded and he did everything in his power to not. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's that's it for Bears news. But thank you for sending me that video. That was really cool to watch, and it's about 3 minutes long. If you guys want to watch it, Cody's gonna put it up in the comments for.
I can actually
show.
just put it right here. I forgot I got the chat going right now. I'm just going to copy and paste it.
There you go. So,
if we're going to talk about real fucking news. The Lions finally got the first win of the season. That will not end.
Weak ass song.
In silver wave.
You stand and cheer the brave.
Rah, rah, rah. Anyways,
Yeah, that song has no balls.
it's got plenty of balls in your mouth. So the Lions news is we actually won, and it really changes the season for us. I mean, like, just go back to what I was saying last week about the Lions. We're in a win or be fired year for a GM and our coach. So if we lost this week, we're playing New Orleans. Good chance we lose next week going into bye. That would be a perfect time to fire the coach and start trying to build for next season. One win is enough that we go into the bye and actually like, okay, so we're 1-3. We can actually still compete for a wild card, possibly turn some shit around. So it was a huge, huge win if you're a Lions fan, because at that game, that's the reason we won. Those 3 interceptions were what gave us the opportunities to keep going. We still have no pass rush, but in the game plan of this show, it actually worked in our advantage because the way their defensive strategy was kind of what they were doing with Lamar Jackson in Kansas City on Monday, where they weren't necessarily trying to hard rush. They were trying to contain, coming from the sides, coming from the middle, making sure he's not getting out of pocket to get those extra feet yards and making him actually throw, which we did a couple scheming up things on defense that caught him off guard. So we got those interceptions. The number one thing that I've been complaining about all year is even last season, we played more man coverage than just about any other team. And we were playing 81% of the 81.8% of snaps, like a league high amount of man coverage. This game we played 55.6 man. So it was, almost half man, half zone. And fucking worked. Obviously not flawless, like they put up points, but we're just trying to stay in these fucking games. You know what I mean? Like we just want to compete. That's all we're asking for. And like when we're in man, we just kept getting beat and we didn't have the corners or secondary to compete with it. And so you're putting all these guys in man who are not going to be able to keep up with their people. Man, we're breaking coverages left and right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's positive. So
when you guys switched to man coverage against the Bears, that's when the Bears kind of
but that was a little different though. That was partially because all of our secondary was gone.
That too, yeah, that too.
Yeah, we had no backup corners at that point, but whatever. That's weeks ago. Jeff Okudah, I want to talk about him. He was our first round pick. Cornerback, he missed the first week. This was his second game playing. He's getting better, but his first week was against Devontae Adams. The second week was against DeAndre Hopkins. He's not really getting a chance to ease into the game here because we still have Trufant out and Justin Coleman, our top two cornerbacks, out. So we just threw this rookie corner in and it's like, you're a number one corner. Go cover the number one wide receiver on these teams. And he's got burned a couple times. He's actually the 108th ranked cornerback out of 109 on Pro Football Focus's rankings right now. Yeah. He's been burned a few times, but if you actually watched him play, he's not giving up. He's going. He seems like he's getting better. He got juked really bad in the end zone where Kyler Murray ran for a touchdown. But he did get his first interception of his career. So, good for that kid. The thing that I'm loving is his attitude. You're seeing the way, you could tell he's learning. He gets burned on just a little stutter step or something like that. But you can tell he's taking it in. It's he's a new corner against two of the best wide receivers in football, and he's not giving up. He's okay, he's rising to the challenge. I actually wasn't sure about week one, but I think week two, I think he's going to be good. Just he's going to have to settle in. I can't wait until he has a week against some bad wide receivers, This week, if he has to go against Michael Thomas, is almost not even fair. It's just really fuck this kid's development, But yeah. I don't know. It looks positive.
Yeah. It could only get better.
Yeah. I mean, really. I feel bad for him. Can you imagine? It's DeAndre Hopkins, in my opinion, is the best wide receiver playing right now, and it's just.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's just man, that's your assignment, kid. Good luck.
Yeah. Sorry for him.
Yeah. Theoretically, though, this week we might get Desmond Trufant back. If we do that, that's going to help out a lot because he's got the experience that we probably won't have a shadowing corner, but we at least will have two real corners back. Justin Coleman is on IR, but it's the short-term IR. He should be back after the bye. So theoretically, we are getting healthier as a defense. Slowly all of our players are coming back. I think there was only one defensive player on the injury report today. We also have this guy, Jaron Curse, who is he's our biggest safety. He's coming off of suspension this week. So we're finally getting our depth back. I actually feel bad they let Ty Johnson go today, get Curse back on our
yeah, that kind of sucks.
I actually had hopes for that kid when we drafted him last year, but whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of offense, we're starting to get our rhythm back, partially because we got Galladay back, and just like I was saying about Michael Thomas with New Orleans when we're playing them this weekend, you get your number one, things look different. And I don't think Galladay had the best fantasy day, but you could tell the difference on the offense because he's pulling coverage. All of a sudden, people are open. It opens
up your game.
You need that fucking target, and all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, Jesse James gets this touchdown because it's like, who was guarding James? Wide fucking open. It's like, oh yeah, you guys forgot first fucking target of the year for Jesse James. You forgot that we paid him all this money a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was nice to see. It was nice to see them hit a tight end.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
So yeah, it's like the offense looks like it's getting back together. AP is now the Adrian Peterson is now the lead back for Detroit. The coordinator, the offensive coordinator, the coach, everyone has said this now. They're giving them like 20 touches a game. It still doesn't look like it's going to be enough to be a starter in your running back spots for fantasy. But if you're in a like bye week flex situation, I think you can probably start him. He would be the only person I would start as far as running backs for the Lions. Swift is getting more and more put into the offense slowly as we go. He's purely passing downs right now as a receiver. Kerryon's still getting his share.
Which kind of surprises me.
No, I don't at all. If you actually listened to Darrell Bevell's press conference this week,
drop.
huh? Oh, you're talking about Swift.
After that one drop.
Oh, I thought you were talking because I was switching to Kerryon. No, Swift's doing good since that drop. He had one drop in his NFL career. All right, so it happened in the clutch moment.
I know.
It
was a big one.
Yeah, it was a big one. But the thing that I find interesting is Kerryon. Kerryon is still in there. Like they're splitting like snaps pretty equal. But Kerryon is their go-to for a blocker right now, and they will still give him some runs and catches because he can do both. But I do find that interesting where he's pretty much done as a runner. They put him in more passing downs, protection stuff. And he will still get some carries because of it, because they're expecting, passing play when you see him in there and, slide off. But he's pretty much done as far as if you're considering him for fantasy or anything like that. He is definitely a part of this offense, though. He was what I was starting to say is Darrell Bevell, our offensive coordinator, in the press conference said he had the play of the game where on one of our passes he picked up the blocking scheme and when the blitz happened and allowed it to happen. So they love him on the team, and he's going to have a role going forward. But as far as fantasy goes, forget the name until he's I think actually almost done with his contract, so he might end up on another team. So don't completely forget his name. Also, Jonah Jackson, our left guard, I mentioned him last week. He's the number 12th ranked rookie right now on CBS's rookie rankings. That's pretty cool. Rookie third rounder for us. But if you really want to talk about this shit, we got to talk about the Lions special teams. He talks every week about how much he hates fucking kickers. He fucking hates kickers because the Bears don't know how to cultivate any kind of kickers. So let me just do this, and then we got to take a YouTube thing. But I have to just point this out. We got number one. Oops. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button. We got number one. Did that really not go on? There you go. Special teams player of the week, Matt Prater, coming in clutch for 4 field goals plus that winning one. And we also got special teams player of the month, Jack Fox, who is our rookie punter. He is killing it. He is like Pro Bowl talk already. All right, so here's a question coming from from YouTube. Should I trade Chris Carson and Cole Beasley for David Johnson and Justin Herbert? My other QBs are Baker and Fitz. My running backs are Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Gurley, and Henderson.
Yeah, no.
So,
No.
Yeah, I would want to keep Chris Carson at all cost.
Yeah.
Man.
That doesn't make
it sounds like
any sense to me.
So he has Baker So I see what he's doing here. So he's got Baker Mayfield and Fitzmagic, and he wants, I guess, Justin Herbert, which is Justin Herbert's unknown. He has played 2 games. Actually, I mean, that should be a no anyways, because there's actually a chance Tyrod Taylor takes that job back.
If he doesn't come back this week, he'll come back the next couple of weeks or something like that. But it's a trade for somebody who's going to go right back to the bench again.
Yeah, I see. He said his
Chris
running
Carson
backs. He said his running backs because I think he wanted to say he has running backs. But I still feel like your best way to win in this season, he has Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Chris Carson. If you have those as your running backs, you can put the rest of those guys in your flex. I understand that you have Baker Mayfield and Fitz as your quarterbacks, but Herbert, it's not worth it. And like David Johnson's been playing not the best. I don't know, man. I always try to err on the best player available. And Chris Carson, I think, is, I mean, the way the Seahawks are playing right now, they're going to keep putting up points. I'd say keep Carson at all costs. That's
Johnson. I mean, you're trading if you want David Johnson. He's maxing out at about 11 or 13 carries a game. That's not enough to like want him. Like I mean, I don't know. I just that trade just doesn't make any sense. If you're really buying for a quarterback, I mean, you could drop.
I honestly see. That's the thing is, I actually don't know how much more. Like Herbert's played 2 games before. Yeah. I don't know how much of a step up over Baker Mayfield's or Fitzpatrick. I actually think Fitzpatrick might have, like at the end of season, more points. Like Fitzpatrick just goes crazy on some of these games.
And he's like a boom or bust player.
Oh yeah, he's inconsistent as fuck. But I think by the end of the year, he might be more, especially with the way that the Chargers want to run right now. Like the Chargers, like they got 2 really good running backs, and Eckler's going to. I mean, it's almost like what the Browns are doing right now. That I think with Kelly and Eckler, like they're going to run as much as they can to save their rookie quarterback failing. You know. They're going to ease them in. I don't know. I want to do it. Keep Carson. Carson's going to be a top, I'm guessing, top 10 running back the weeks that he's healthy. I know he's not healthy right now.
Yeah, and Herbert's got Tampa Bay and New Orleans up next. Like Tampa Bay this week and then New Orleans next week. He has a favorable matchup against the Jets in week 6 and week 7 against Miami. But like, I don't even see him get into week 7. Against Miami, so I wouldn't do this trade at all. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So I would say don't do that.
I just really hate losing someone of Chris Carson's talent for so much unknown.
No. Yeah, Chris Carson's don't give him up at all.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't trade him if I had him on my team for pretty much anything. Like Seattle's offense is rolling right now.
Yeah, I try to keep anything to do with Russell Wilson going on right now.
You want to keep your hot players. You don't want to trade them away. And he might be a little banged up this week, and he might not play this week. But when you hit your playoffs, me and Cody were talking about that earlier. Mm-hmm. You want to have Chris Carson, nice and warmed up for your playoff push in fantasy because he's in a tough division and he's not going to stop playing. Justin Herbert. He's not going to be playing later in the season.
I don't know that. Honestly, if he plays good enough, like there is a chance Tyrod Taylor, when he comes back, I feel so bad about him getting stabbed in the chest. But I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But like, there's too much unknown in that one. I would keep Chris Carson.
Yeah, me too. But San Diego did say that when Tyrod Taylor's ready to come back, he is their starter.
They said that now, but like depending on how long he's out.
Yeah.
Depends
on what he does.
Yeah, at a certain point, you can't argue with results. All right, and with that, I actually really, before we start this next segment, I really got a piece, so I'm going to just put on a commercial real quick, and I'll be right back.
All right.
In a world shrouded in chaos,
there's a fucking bomb on this thing.
New heroes will be born to
to solve old problems.
You're going to have to do a jump.
Harry, copy. Harry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. You said something about a jump?
And the roll of a dice can mean the difference between life or death.
Mel, what happened?
I'm so sorry, Thunderbolt.
So,
Annie, are you okay?
It's Reboots and Dragons, the podcast that reboots movies used in D&D.
You're the fifth element.
You keep saying she's Goron, the fifth element on the periodic table?
Each week, our guests try to guess the movie and play it out with their D&D characters.
You guys know what the movie is this time?
Terminator?
There's action.
Hold over!
I go, thanks, but it's a cardigan.
There's romance.
Not sure how far you want me to go with this. I'm not going to describe banging a sex scene.
There's snake puns.
Why did the snake's wife file for divorce? Erectile dysfunction.
There's familiar locations.
We're going to my friend's cabin in the woods.
There's horse death.
We burned down the stable so the Terminator can't get on the horse. Make sure we lock it so all the horses die inside as well.
There's very persuasive speeches.
We're here from animal control. These snakes are supposed to be here for tomorrow's ritual.
Randall, tell him this boa constrictor needs a hysterectomy.
God, I hate
There's positive role models.
Al doesn't do drugs. He gets high on ladders.
It's all the fun of your favorite movies with the chaos of D&D.
I do have this cloaked robe.
I think that would be good. Let's try it. Let's put that on her.
What is the structural difference between this cloaked robe
You know, we
and
don't.
the current blanket?
Reboots and Dragons. Available everywhere podcasts are and streaming live on Something Street Studios.
There's a post-it box on the corner of something and something.
I used to live right by that intersection.
That's canon now. There's something street stuff the boulevard and another
street I'll figure out later.
That's Reboots and Dragons.
I got a high heart rate notification, so let's just take it easy. This is too much fun.
Harry,
Yeah, Kovacs, what do you got?
copy, Harry.
I copy.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey, we're
Show's
back.
Going good, Cody.
I really like having the option to have commercial breaks because I needed to go bad. I mean, this is actually usually where we have already been done with this show, but it's gone long just because I think there was so much with that COVID news. I also realized, I was like, what the hell's been going on with this koozie? I think this is the koozie I had when I had a little bonfire in my backyard on Friday. And I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, what is that smell?
Mm-hmm.
So you ready to talk about the bet?
Yeah. So, for those of you just joining or didn't watch any of our last shows, at the beginning of the season, we decided to have a bet on who's going to have more points by the end of the season. Either Mitch Trubisky or Matthew Stafford. Now, as you know, we've been talking about Trubisky and how he was benched in week 3 in the third quarter, and I think that's where my points are going to stop. So, as of right now, Cody's only winning by about 48 points. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm probably going to win this. And if you don't know, the bet is he now has to get Stafford's. Well, we'll wait until end of season, obviously, but you have to get Stafford's number tattooed onto you. And so you probably don't want to dwell on this too much. We have another question for YouTube. It says people have been saying to buy low on Drake. So I trade Mike Evans. Was that a buy low or what y'all think?
That's a buy high if you're trading Mike Evans.
I don't know. Like, though, is Mike Evans. Well, number one, he's been a little injured, but I don't think I watched like the week 1 when he was actually still healthy with Brady, and he definitely didn't have the chemistry with them. I think he's clearly the number 2 in that pecking order on that team now. Mm-hmm. Kenyon Drake, like I guess here's my thing. I think Kenyon Drake has better games ahead. He's on a team.
Fucking hope so.
Well,
I have him.
He's on a team that's going to put up points. They are a fast offense. They're going to have a lot more plays than more normal teams. You know, Kyler Murray is still coming into his zone. I actually do think there's a buy low for Drake, but I feel like Mike Evans and Drake's like a similar level of player. So I don't know if it's a buy low. I think that's actually a fair trade based on what your positional need is, like what your buildup of your team. If you really need a running back, then that makes sense. If you are set at wide receiver, I'm fine with it. I don't think anyone's really hard winning that trade.
Yeah, I mean, I like you said, I think they're. If you look at the season now and where their stats are at, they're pretty even keel. Mike Evans has a higher upside at scoring touchdowns, though. He's already got 4 on the year, while Drake only has 1. Drake is getting the carries, but he's not getting the yardage or the touchdowns. Kyler Murray is kind of stealing some of that from him. So, I mean, I wouldn't trade Mike Evans for Drake right now, at least right now. Maybe later
So
in the
real
season.
quick, giving you more information because there's more information now. The trade has already gone through, so.
Oh, wow.
But also it's a 14-man league, which actually does change my shit a lot because so now his backs are Connor, Kamara, and Drake. The thing I actually knowing that I like is in a 14-team league. Like remember our 16-team league is even worse than this.
Oh God!
But when you're in a 14-team league, running backs do not exist. And they're worth so much more because like unless you're getting someone off of waivers, like someone's going to get injured and there's going to be some replacements from the waiver wire here and there, but not someone of Drake's caliber. Yeah. You can usually find some wide receiver fill-ins off a waiver though, because there's so much just matchups like who's facing a crappy defense. I actually like the trade a lot more now. Yeah. More info. He's got Shark as receiver, and he also has Jefferson, Laviska Shenault, and Mike Williams at receiver. So he's a little too heavy on the on the Jaguars receivers there, but I actually really like the future for Jefferson and Mike Williams. All right. I actually feel like he's a little bit weaker at receiver. Now he doesn't have like a true number 1.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't make the trade. I'd keep Mike Evans and call it a day.
Well, like I said, it's too late now. Yeah, that's like a tough one now because like now knowing the receivers, I actually think that actually now I don't know which Jefferson that is because now I'm realizing there's was it Van Jefferson or
Justin Jefferson?
No, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, but there's Van Jefferson too, and Justin Jefferson, and and T. Higgins. That was actually someone I picked up this week.
I like T. Higgins.
So we didn't talk about this earlier, but the reason I picked up T. Higgins, this is something I actually have not talked to you about. T. Higgins sort of looks like he's taking over AJ Green's role, and you've been talking bad shit about AJ Green. So what do you think about that? AJ Green done or not?
I think AJ Green is done. I mean, he's still going to play this season, but
right.
I don't think he's going to be anything close to what the guy's been through so many injuries, and he's he reminds me kind of Alshon Jeffrey, but better. He had more of a dominant role with Cincinnati than Jeffrey had with the Bears or with Philly.
Oh, I guess I missed that. I thought that was autocorrect on Laviska Shenault. That was so he has Valdez Scantling on his team. I thought that was autocorrect, but yeah, he has Scantling. So he has exactly what I said. He doesn't have a true number 1 wide receiver, but he has plenty of plug and plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he is Justin Jefferson. You don't have a true number 1, but you have plenty of number 2s, and I think he'll be fine, especially since there's no running back depth and someone's going to get injured by the end of the year.
No.
I'm fine with
definitely.
it.
Yeah, I guess it's a deeper league. Yeah, it's fine.
Dude, deeper leagues are like we've been playing that 8-team league for so long that you forget how hard that waiver wire is.
Yeah. That waiver wire can be a struggle.
Dude, running backs just don't exist in that deep. It's like there's only so many you can start, and then you're stuck with like I was just talking about the Lions depth chart. Mm-hmm. I mean, in a 14-team league, you got to start Adrian Peterson. I mean, that's the truth. I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh yeah,
but
you kind of have to.
Yeah, someone's starting Adrian Peterson. I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Yep. So since we're talking about what players are gonna do, our next
I did
segment-
that. I forget. Did I actually make something for this yet? No.
Did you make some?
No,
Did
you
drop
actually. I
yet?
forgot. You were supposed to draw me something for this.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. I'll do something. I'll do something this week. All right. So our up downside, a trophy. The winner for this is going to get a trophy that the other player will make. Right, Cody? You're gonna make me one.
Yeah, I'll make you a trophy if you catch up.
Yeah, and then they get $20. So we're gonna go through our results for last week real quick for week 3. Our quarterbacks, we had Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr. I went under on both. Cody went under on Kirk Cousins and over on Derek Carr. We both lost on Kirk Cousins. I lost on Derek Carr. I thought he was going to do bad. And Cody went over, so he won that one.
Yep.
Okay? Yeah, good job, Cody. You're actually kicking my ass right now, so we'll get into the record in a second. Notice how I'm delaying that, right? Yeah. So at the running backs, we got Deion Lewis is coming back. He's projected at.
No. This is you're still going through last week's. Yeah, this is the last week's. Last week you picked the running backs Deion Lewis and Leonard Fournette, and you went over on both, and I went under on both. And yeah, I was right on both, and you were wrong on both.
You won both. Yeah, exactly. Next, we got wide receivers, Robbie Anderson and Odell Beckham. I was over on Anderson and under on Beckham. Cody was under on Anderson and under on Beckham. I lost Anderson and won on Beckham. Cody won on both. Tight end, Noah Fant. I went over on this motherfucker because he's my guy, and I lost it. And Cody went over, and he lost it as well.
I honestly...
Tyler Higbee.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say on the Noah Fant one,
Yeah,
I honestly thought that just with everything that's going on there, he would be that safety blanket. And, I mean, still 7.1. It wasn't that bad, but, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad for me. It was on my team. Anyways, Tyler Higbee was our next tight end on this list. I went over on his projected. Cody went over as well. We both lost that one. He threw a dud as well. At our flex position, we had quarterback Joe Burrow. I don't know why I put a quarterback in the flex position.
There are those offensive position flexes. That's my wife's league has to do that, and I hate it.
Oh. Yeah, that's stupid. I did it one year. I hated it. It's impossible to yeah.
You're fucked if you don't have a good quarterback in it. It's
No, yeah. No. So I went over. I won that one, and Cody went under. He lost that one. And then for our picks, we both lost our picks. So for the year, so far for the season, I am a whopping 8-22 on my picks. And Cody's pushing closer to 500 at 14-16 for the year.
not doing the best, but whatever.
So-
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I think we're getting the hang of this, and I think we'll get better as the season goes along. So I'm not worried about those numbers yet. And I'm gonna come back and beat Cody. I'm not that far. I'm only 6 picks behind him so far. So that's gonna change this week, hopefully. So this week's picks, week 4. For quarterback, Nick Foles, okay, he's projected at 17-21 against the Colts at noon. I'm taking the over, and so is Cody. I think 17-21 is kind of like a under projection of what he's going to do, but I'm taking it, and Cody's taking it too. I was hoping he'd take the under so I can kind of, get something out of
Don't
this,
blame me.
but-
I'm playing what I think, not what you're putting up.
No, I know.
Disagree with
I
me.
know. I'm trying. Deshaun Watson is our next quarterback under this. He's projected at 28.64 against Minnesota. I'm taking the under on this, and Cody's taking the over.
That was a lot of points. I'm going with gut feeling on this. Minnesota's defense has not been looking good, and Deshaun Watson has been playing some bad defenses. I think that he's ready for a bounce back game. He's way better player than
Again, their coach, Bill O'Brien, sucking donkey dick. Not doing it. Nope. Under. Big time. Running back. Christian McCaffrey's out, so we put Mike Davis in, and he's projected at 15.44 against Arizona. I'm taking the under on this. I think he's going to do well, but I'm taking the under.
It's a high projection.
It's a high projection. Cody's going to take the over on it. So I hope I win that one. That would be a nice little one to win there to catch up. Our next running back is Darrell Henderson. He's projected at 13.7 against the Giants.
I feel like that one's the more obvious one we both took over because the Giants' run defense is the best, and Darrell Henderson looks like he's getting the lead carries there. So I feel pretty confident. Out of all these, I think that's the one I feel the most confident about. Likewise.
I'm with you on that. So I had to take a Tennessee player out of here earlier. What was that?
Was what?
I heard a beep.
I don't know.
Okay. So I heard we had, with the Tennessee COVID news. Oh, you can start beeping all this stuff?
I can throw sound effects in. I don't do no sound effects in here.
Yeah.
There was just a touchdown.
Freaking Cody. So we had to eliminate a guy, and I put in Kenny Galladay for Cody because
Just so you know, I can't. The way I have this right now, I can't edit that, so I'm just going to have to tell you have to write it in for me. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. He's projected at 14.10 against New Orleans. I taking it over. What are you doing?
I'm going to do contrarian.
So you're taking it under?
Yes, as I wear his jersey, and you know why?
Really? Okay, why?
I think that he's taken out this game a little bit, and I feel like the way that I've seen the Lions already working, I bet you Galladay finishes with some points, maybe around 10. This is a half-point PBR. I think he finishes like that, but I think that this is going to be a big Hockenson game. That's who I think is going to score here. I also feel like I feel like now that Galladay is back, there's some weaknesses in the New Orleans secondary, and I think that Galladay gets the shadow treatment, the double team treatment, and we're going to go for the easy shit.
Okay, good call. Next wide receiver, Allen Lazard. Now,
wait, hold on a second. Yeah. I haven't looked at this at all. He's out now, so this doesn't count. You just got to put an X through this whole damn thing.
Yeah, so
that's why you don't make these things earlier in the week.
I'm just gonna read this one out.
I forgot that we even talked about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it out and leave this one.
But that shows you though, like how out of nowhere the Lazard thing came at us though, because it was like earlier this week. I didn't know he was injured. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Actually, the guy on the Skeezy J on YouTube saying that we should quick check it, switch it out for Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Okay.
Do you know what he's projected for this week? Because that's how we do this. Yeah. I'm probably going to say over because honestly, he's going to get targeted. It's against Atlanta. Their secondary is bad. I feel like. I don't know. I'm guessing at least 15 points for Scantling this week. I don't know. Like, I feel like Devontae Adams is going to be coming off that injury. He's still going to draw coverage. They're going to need a secondary target. I know you like the tight end.
Valdez-Scantling. He's projected at 9.21.
Oh, over. I'm taking the over.
I am taking the over as well.
Yeah. I just feel really strong about that. Ever since I heard that Lazard's out, I mean...
Yeah.
I feel like Rodgers is playing with a vengeance right now, and you know how much we hate the fucking Packers here, but, and honestly, it's been a while, so we need to bring this back.
Green Bay, you can go fuck yourself. Green Bay.
Yeah, but seriously, that's a good play this week for fantasy.
Yeah, and they're playing Atlanta, so I like that. Good job.
Skeezy J. Shout out to Skeezy J on YouTube.
Where's he from? Where's Skeezy J from? Can you ask him where he's from?
I don't know if he's watching. He can tell us.
Where you from, Skeezy
I feel
J?
like I don't know why I feel creepy asking people like where you live.
Well, it's not like they're giving us their address.
I know.
It's just,
Oh, Cali. Nice.
Cali, wow. All right.
Shout out to the West Coast. We're over here in Chicago, so.
You're staying
Palm
far
Springs.
away from those.
Nice.
You staying away from those fires?
Yeah, you stay away from those fires. I actually haven't updated the West. I haven't looked at those yet lately.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's a Raiders fan. I feel really bad for all the people in California who are Raiders fans. That was just stolen from them. I guess Vegas isn't that long of a drive, but yeah, that's just.
That would have started a riot in Chicago. What the fucking Bears? What? We'll fucking burn down this whole fucking city if that fucking ever happened.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's just like I know they jump between Oakland and LA during the years, but it always just felt like such a California thing, and now it seems like a tourist. Like Vegas bought it to be a tourist attraction. Like, hey, come to our city and gamble.
Mm-hmm. Totally, and
he says that Vegas is closer than Oakland. Honestly, 4 hours closer. Well, shows I apparently I don't know geography. I do know I did the trip from Vegas to LA before, and I know it's not that bad of a drive. So,
yeah. Well, there you go. I love Vegas, so I'm glad there's a football team there, though.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like they shuffled around all the teams out there where they. Gave the Rams and the Chargers to LA and then and I don't know. I feel like there's people who have been growing up their whole lives watching these teams that just, I don't know, they got to feel salty as hell. Like, I know Lions suck. We don't have any championships worth talking about, but I'd still be pissed if they, like when the Browns got sent off to become the Ravens, like I'd be pissed. Like, that's my shitty team,
Oh, yeah. No matter how shitty they are, I get it. The Bears are not the greatest either. But I
This guy's pretty funny. He says, I don't want my players around cocaine and females like it's the 80s.
Oh, good point.
You should read, so I'm a CFL fan too, but there was an article with the...
Don't tell people that, Cody.
When they were sending the Raiders over there, that there was a CFL Vegas team back in like either the 80s or the 90s, and the CFL wrote this whole article about it when the Raiders went there, and it was pretty much about how bad of an idea it was because a lot of players wanted to play there, and then the team was horrible for all the obvious reasons. It was like this short-lived expansion team of the CFL having an American team, and it would just partying, gambling, strip clubs, hookers.
That sounds like fun. Shit. Fuck it.
Except for if you want to follow a team that wins.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so our next pick, let's move on to our tight ends. We're almost through this.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry. All right. He's projected at 8.72 points. I'm taking the over. They're at Tampa Bay. I think they're going to be kind of trying to play from behind. Cody's taking the under on this.
Just gut feeling.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have a really good explanation on that one, and I just gut feeling.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah. The other tight end we got on this is Mo Ali Cox.
After that whole bit earlier about about getting more Ali Cox, I don't know if I could ever say this right anymore.
I can't get that red light district. This giant man.
Nope. Anyways, he's going over 6.4 was what he was. That's low.
Yeah. We both took the over on this one. And then for the flex, we got Myles Gaskin. He's projected 11.6 over against Seattle. I took the over on this. Cody, what are you taking?
Yeah, you added this since the last time I looked at the doc. I'm thinking about it. Man, that's
Seattle.
tough. I actually feel like that's a good number for them at 11. Seattle, they're going to have to play from behind, and Gaston's going to get his carries, but I don't know if
under.
Screw it, I'll say under.
Yes.
It's a coin toss for me, anyways. Like I feel like that could very easily he could get a couple goal line carries, but I have a feeling they're going to have to throw.
And
Seattle's too.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just like Seattle's doing too well right now, and their defense isn't. Like their offense is insane. I don't know. That's like a tough one for me.
And we both went with Denver to cover, right?
It's actually earlier in there. You can add this later. I can actually tell you. I'll just go to the top.
No problem.
Show docs.
Yeah, we both have Denver. We both, but
yeah. Honestly, this far in the game, I still feel like it could go either way with these two shitty ass teams. Thursday night football.
Yeah.
I think that like you gave me some hope when you told me that the Bears Tampa Bay is coming up, because like those are at least teams I would watch. Like this one.
Yeah,
like,
I'll tell you right now.
these
I'm
last
gonna have
2
trouble
weeks.
doing the show during that game. I'm gonna be like, God damn it, I'm gonna curse so goddamn much during that game. I guarantee you. You know, I hate Brady. I'm not a fan of Tampa. Florida's just weird. No offense to anybody who lives in Florida. It's just.
Hey, my mom lives in Florida, and I talk shit about Florida to her all the time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, that's gonna be fun to watch. Try to watch that game and do the show.
So in doing all this, I wasn't looking over. Breaking news that I know you missed, or else you would have brought it up. Your homeboy Fant was carted to the locker room with an ankle injury.
Ah, good thing I picked up 2 tight ends. See?
Yeah.
See?
So Steezy J has to tell you that Khalil Mack is a Raider at heart.
Okay. I can see that.
I will say this though, at the time I was just like, man, you got to be crazy to get rid of it. But like in hindsight, rid of him. In hindsight, now the Raiders are actually playing all right again, and a lot of that is to do with your guys' draft picks that you gave them, and they probably weren't a contender that year that they made that trade. So yes, they got rid of a really good player, but like they're actually. You know, as a Raiders fan watching us, you're actually able to watch football again. You know, we'll see where it goes from there. But they got some young talent, and that's actually how you win, is by paying young talent the rookie contracts. So
I think the end of this year decides who won that trade. I mean,
I could agree.
The Bears, you know, the end of this year is the deciding factor, because right now that trade is pretty much evened out for both of us. More for the Raiders, I think, than for us, to be honest. I mean,
honestly, if your offense played better at all during the time he was a Bear, you guys would have won that trade. But instead, your defense looked great, and then meanwhile, you're playing with Trubisky like, ha ha ha! Oh, Trubisky looks awesome. Oh shit, we just lost.
We're putting a lot of wear and tear on Mac right now, and hopefully this Foles thing will turn that around a little bit and give him. I mean, like during the Atlanta game, the fourth quarter, Mac and Hicks were both sitting out on a lot of plays. Like that shouldn't happen in the fourth quarter of a game. Like it just shouldn't happen. They shouldn't be that fucking tired, but they are, because our offense can't fucking stay on the field. You know, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Foles. Hopefully, it turns out better. And
I think if nothing else, it gives you guys a spark of something new. I mean, he could play bad, but like, it's something different. You guys know what Trubisky is now.
Yeah. So.
Time to see something else. I'm looking forward to see what else is.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about Sunday. It should be fun. So, all right. So, we're gonna end our show with some deep sleeper picks, and I think our the guy we're talking to from YouTube has one of these guys, right? Chenault.
Oh,
wait,
well,
no,
that was last week's. That was last week's
That was
result.
my pick last
Your pick last week was Chenault, who had
Yeah.
not a good team, but it wasn't as good as mine.
1 carry for 1 yard. What an amazing sleeper pick that fucking was. But he did have 5 out of 6 receptions for 33 yards. So he had 3.4 points. But guess what? Cody's pick was Drew Sample, and he had 1 reception for only 1 yard with 0.10 points. So I think I won that sleeper pick, right? Between me and you. Like, did I?
You definitely won that. I would just want to say, Stacey J over there, he said that he's ready for the Mariota experiment, which I totally forgot. That's where Marcus Mariota ended up, was the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we know who Carr is. Maybe he could get a job with his brother doing some some
On
reporting
NFL
after
Network.
all this. Yeah, but my pick last week was Drew Sample, which I know this is going to sound stupid, but I put it in there. I'm kind of doubling down on him. This isn't my pick for the week, but I'm telling you, I see something there with Drew Sample. I think that he's going to have some games this year. This is deep sleepers. Drew Sample is someone to look at if you're deep fucking leagues. He's going to have some games. But my real pick is Preston Williams for this week.
Preston Williams. Yeah, he's projected at 10.57 versus Seattle. So
I guess that's
a good
not that deep
projection
of a
for,
picture. I didn't look at the projection ahead of time, but I'm telling you, Preston Williams is going to snap this week. That's one of those ones in like daily I'm playing.
Mm-hmm. And my deep sleeper was not so deep, but of course it's Nick Foles. He's projected at 18.77 versus Indiana. And I think he's going to blow past that. I think he's going to get in the high 30s, like a Patrick Mahomes-ish type of deal.
I love
But
your
that's just
Bears
me.
optimism, though. Your Bears optimism. You're not even waiting for the corpse to cool on Trubisky over here. You're just like, no, Trubisky's the best. Oh, no, he's down. Foles is the best. It's the best.
Yep. All the way. I'm
You're
taking
the
it to
biggest
bank.
fan I know. All right, the game actually looks like it's pulling away here. There now it's 27-16. So, yeah.
Yep. So that's I think that's gonna be it for us. I don't even want to look at this game anymore. It kind of sucks.
Let's answer one more question because Steezy J has been so great to us. He says, "Why do you think Swift is so left out right now? He seems talented when he's out there." So the answer to that, I actually went very, very in depth with this preseason. A lot of things. So I'm a huge fucking Lions fan, like huge fucking Lions fans. I follow everything that they write about them, everything that they do, watch every snap. Matt Patricia comes from the Bill Belichick tree of coaching. Kerryon Johnson's rookie season was Patricia's rookie season. It wasn't until like halfway through the season that they even gave Kerryon really some chances. And our lead back was LeGarrette Blount that year. Patricia wants to ease people in. Swift at the end of the year is going to be available on waivers, and he's probably going to be worth picking up. I don't know what that's going to be. Adrian Peterson's old. Eventually, he's going to wear down and probably be less productive. Early on the show, I was talking about Darrell Bevell, our offensive coordinator, was actually talking in an interview and says Adrian Peterson is the lead back right now, and he's being productive, so it makes sense. Swift has all of the passing down role. Kerryon's pretty much blocking. That means as they get more and more comfortable with Swift blocking, doing a little bit more actual carrying, he's actually doing horrible right now as like a straight up runner, but he's doing all right as a pass catching back. He just needs the coach's trust. And
I think he's not getting as much participation because he fucking lost the game for you guys, and that's rookie punishment.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. He is learning how to block. He is learning. There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to take.
You're not just running back. You're running back wide receiver. You're playing that role. That's what you were. You know.
And who would you trust in this situation when your job's on the line? Because the coaching jobs are all on the line. Would you take a 35-year-old Hall of Famer who's still averaging close to 5 yards a carry, or this rookie who lost you the first game of the season? And that's the honest answer. It's going to be Swift by the end of the year. Adrian Peterson's body is not going to hold up. It happened last year in Washington. His production, slowed down in Washington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Adrian Peterson is going to slow down. Carry on. If he has, just like Trubisky, if he hasn't shown it yet, is he going to show it? I don't think so. So Swift is a great hold on, especially you're saying he has him in the 14 and he doesn't plan on dropping. If you have, bye weeks are a bitch. If you had to, I can understand doing it, but someone's going to probably pick him up in a 14-team league because rookies take a second. You can't give up on rookies if you got rookies. Mm-hmm. You took them as a gamble, And, Swift was pretty high. I think that was third pick in the second round. It was a pretty high fucking pick they used on him. They want to use him.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think he's going to get used. If he gets used more, it's going to be later in the year.
Yeah, that's what. Well, the big thing to know is our bye. We have this week and then a bye. So I don't think they're going to go into the bye using them, but they can come out of the bye and be like, all right, cool. We've talked it over. We've shown you some stuff. Let's start giving you some more carries. But it's just there was no preseason. The rookies, there's no preseason. There was no OTAs. Yeah, I don't know. I think Swift will be good, but it'll be a while.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody who called in, our YouTube listeners, for asking us questions. That was awesome today. Every week we're getting more and more, which is great for us to see and hear.
I also want to thank Sam Darnold for the slip sack that he just took, where he looked like he just slipped on banana peels and then someone jumped on him. That was actually really funny. That's a great way to leave the show.
Yeah, that's a great way. So that's all, folks. Good luck. You guys have a great weekend. Do not go to Tennessee. You will get COVID, and you don't want that. So peace out.
Good night.
Cody, love you. Bye.
Thank you for watching Set Your Lineup. Theme song is This Winter by Shadowmaster MC. You can buy that whole album on Bandcamp, shadowmastermc.bandcamp.com. For tacos, call Otto at Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra is at the corner of Western and Fullerton in Chicago. Set Your Lineup, a Something Street Studios production.